Offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. The Idaho Army National Guard is one of the best teams out there. Reach out to them on Twitch at iGuard Gaming.
Okay, if you say so.
If you say you're just gonna reach out to every ad that I have whenever I say go to this website. Yeah.
They're all great.
You got your phone out during all the breaks.
No, of course not. Oh no, during the break, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Just typing in the URL that I've talked about.
Let me write down a secret note.
Yeah. Well, right now, despite kind of an initial
note writing,
initial shaky start by the Broncos, looking like they recovered pretty well there.
Yeah, and that's another thing to highlight as well. We talk about how when they are kind of in their prime, it's based off of getting rotations, making sure that they're playing as selflessly as they can. But I think the more impressive thing is Boise State as a team always represents the word adaptability. We saw so in the first round. We'll see so throughout the course of the whole series.
Well, the second game starts with Boise State in the lead. Yeah. Already started a little. Cosbuster's going to start it out with a demo onto Tyrodo. He's going to keep trying to make the play happen as Lions tries to stop the clear in midfield. Is going to head back, pick up their own boost. Mitch is going to get demoed by Cosbuster. That kind of puts a damper on Oregon State's attack right now. Might give Boise State enough time to clear it. That's just such a great deflect by Baynard. So accurate.
And then continuing to challenge up in the air. Again, we mentioned how using the boost to great effect is going to be huge for them. Boise State doing just so. Baynard going for a nice flip. Finds the 100 boost on the side. Going into the corner off the back wall. Passes it to the left side of the map. Lions will be there, but will instead rotate to a defensive posture. Finds himself there with the angel wings and the halo. Well deserved. Mitch desperately wanted to get that first blood on the round, but Boise State continuing to defend this. Pride up in the air. A demolition by Tyrodo will give them a little bit of brevity for breathing room, but they can still not break this Boise State defense. Lions goes for a full clear opportunity, continues to get pushed away. Cosmos are trying to do the same, a pass down into the corner. Mitch flying barely up into the air to find the defense in the return. And Tyrodo is going for a capitalization on that in this rotation. Private is here, going for a 1-2-2 challenge. Boise State members are swarming around the ball like a bunch of hornets right now, but were able to find themselves in possession for a moment before Tyrodo finds the breakaway. Yeah, but is able to turn it away though. And now Boise State finds their own breakaway of sorts. And Lions look for the self-carry. Baynock almost with the self-assist there, but no, could not get the capitalized.
Well, for being a bunch of hornets, they don't really have it. Excuse me, they don't really have a sting thus far, as they haven't managed to get any sort of goals right now. We have a little over 2 minutes that have passed, and both teams are still tied in true soccer fashion, 0-0. Now as Baynock now gets a little bit of a tap, is going to play it off the backboard. That's that's always risky when you pass it back to your own goal.
Yeah, but the kind of confidence in your teammates to do what they need to keep that ball from going in is the right call. The Private trying to get a breakaway of their own. Cosmos for an over-up deck. Baynock going for a challenge. Needs a 1v1. A demolition on Tyrodo gives them a little bit of space, but can they do anything with it? A nice shot attempt on goal. Barely turned away. And both these teams really exchanging possession and pressure on the map.
Tap from Baynock, pass over to Cosmo Buster. Tyrodo gets a little bit of a save there, is able to push it off to the corner, and Mitch is able to beat Lions to it. Huge clear that turns into a goal for the Beavers.
Just a fatal miss here, I do believe, from Baynock up in the air. Costs the goal, but 1-0. About what, 2:15? No, yeah, wow, 2:13 on the clock. My brain works sometimes.
Kickoff is in favor of Boise State. Lions is going to meet Mitch in midair. Whiffs on that 50-50. But a pass back over to Lions. They play it off like it was nothing.
Can they do much beyond that? Mitch trying to find this nice interruption in the passing lanes. They're really getting confrontation with the Boise State roster. And you mentioned that is one of the key points for teams to utilize against how they operate. Could be a big boon of success for them. Baynock finding the challenge pass, going their side as Oregon State continues to show some supremacy in this offensive front. Cosmos up in there, trying to go for a full clear, passing it down. Finds Baynock, misses the pass, goes towards the ball. Finds himself barely getting possession wrenched away. And Lions, all three members from Boise State are really struggling to get this full clear.
Yeah,
not letting these kind of long-term plays develop at all.
Boise State okay, that's almost a goal there. But in spite of that shot on goal we just saw, Boise State has only gotten 2 shots on goal compared to the 9 that the Beavers have right now. So the side control was really dominant for Oregon State for the majority of this match.
Yeah, and I mean, the catalyst beyond that is just the fact that Boise State goes for these long, lofty lobs, if you will, or full clears, and you know, there's a lot of the bounce double. That's just an unfortunate series of events there.
I gotta say, that's a very interesting car shape for Cosmo Buster.
Yeah.
It's very, I'm getting real Chevrolet, no, not Chevrolet, I'm getting real AMC Pacer vibes from it. That's an old school, previous generation reference, but it reminds me very much of a Pacer.
Is that anything like a Studebaker?
No. Oh, heavens, no.
All right.
Does not have that sort of cult following at all. Well, I guess it does. It's just, you know what, I'm talking too much right now. Boise State is in the lead. And it seems like this is how the Broncos have operated, going to an initial first goal loss.
Yeah, but they're able to find themselves in stride now. Feeling a little bit more comfortable. Maybe they figured out what's been working well so far for the Beavers, and they're trying to counteract that in the button as much as they can. Oh my goodness, Lions!
Where were you?
Wow, what a save.
Now 20 seconds left. The Broncos might be able to close this out here. They just got to make sure they maintain side control, don't allow any possession to go over to Oregon State. A nice steal there, turns into a goal and gives it to the Broncos.
Again, paramount for successes on both sides. The offensive plays being capitalized and punctuated by defensive interruptions. If this was Madden, there would be pass interference everywhere. But no, it's not. It's Rocket League.
That's the different kind of football.
Yeah, different football. Soccer.
Well, we just have 3 seconds left, and the Broncos look like they're heading to match point here, looking really good. 2 wins for this best of 5 thus far. They just need to ground it. And that'll be it. Broncos win. Well, one of the sponsors for Boise State Esports is Esports Tower. You can improve your game sense, improve your team play, and improve your performance under pressure. Esports Tower takes the time to match you up with top-ranked players and coaches. To find out how you can score your path to rank up, go to esportstower.com.
All right, I'll go.
The third URL tonight that
I got some homework to do.
Yeah, I know. You got a lot of homework. Well,
sorry.
Boise State looking pretty good. We're going to be taking a short break, though, because they're at match point, so we'll give the Broncos a little bit of a time to kind of relax, and they only need to win 1 more game, so we'll be back after this match to see if they can do it. We'll be back.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. You're currently watching Boise State go up against Oregon State in Rocket League in the NACE Rocket League Collegiate Championships. My name is Jacob Jem Palmer. I am still your host, joined by Jared Baratel Castiglione.
Hello.
We've been seeing the Boise State go up to a 2-0 lead here, so now they have the chance to close out this best of 5. And it seems like I'm noticing a real pattern here, Baratel, and that's like Boise State, they don't score the first goal. It's always been Oregon State, but they soon have a rally.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just because of the fact that that's how the team operates in general. I always like to attribute it to like in a boxing match or like, you know, professional fighting. Both the boxers in general will touch gloves as of signs of respect. But what they're really doing is gauging the striking distance of their opponent.
Okay.
So Boise State really kind of likes to take the first half of each of these rounds and really likes to decipher the formula for success for their opponents and then just rip it apart into little confetti pieces so they can throw it when they win.
Well, we'll see if Boise State is throwing a lot of confetti as we're getting ready to go into our third of this best of 5. We're going to be ready to head into. Once again, this is Boise State versus Oregon State. Broncos versus the Beavers, and here we go. We'll see if Boise State can close this out.
Nice start for Boise State. Wins off on the 50-50, but only for a moment. A nice shot attempt on goal. Demolition will be there as well as Private goes for it. Lines will be for the defense and the full clear to boot. Goes for the challenge, has it hovered in front of the net, but no Boise State members were there on rotation duty just yet. Private up in the air. Nice bounce off the crossbar and a nice pinball situation, but not a result in any scores just yet.
Lions to center it where Baynock is waiting, but Private gets a tap on it to stop the Broncos' goal. But look at Baynock still maintaining the second. I actually think that might have been a double commit out for the Broncos. Definitely what we don't want to see from them. They're going to have to defend a little right now as Tyrodo tries to get a tap, kind of whiffs on that one, but Private is able to keep a shot on goal going. Costbuster going to answer that back toward midfield, but Boise State's still looking for a clear.
They're trying to find something too. Again, this is how they started the last round. This kind of unrelenting attack, and it will actually result in a goal.
But is this the pattern that we've seen all tonight?
Maybe the pattern. I feel like when it comes down to it, there was just too many cars in one place. Boise State couldn't get themselves in behind the ball.
Yeah, I actually think that Baynock, just kind of the car clutter, he actually, it unfortunately kind of bounced off his car at a bad angle, so.
50-50, Mitch will win this one out, but will be soon just tackled on over. Boise State now puts themselves on the aggressive. Up off the ceiling, here comes the waterfall type pass, but cannot get the full lineup as necessary. The angle is just a little askew. Doesn't matter, Cockbuster will find himself in the wings and he will flap it down. And that will get the equalizing point. Trend continues, Jem.
Oh yeah, this is, Private Boy was off getting boost and couldn't rotate to back post fast enough. There's no one really left to defend for that one. Now we go into the kickoff, which Boise State is going to win, but Mitch quickly answers that back, so now it's over to Lions to play off the wall.
Gets bumped, but still wins out on the almost full send. Baynock there to try and get possession of the ball. Continues to fight for it. Cosmobuster up in the air. Off the wall, off the ceiling, passing it in front of line. Nice pinch in to deny of the possible setup. Shot attempt on goal, but nice defense as well. Cosmobuster just full reaction mode there. Lions tries to go for a full send. Baynock in the back post. Private looking for a shot on goal. Bounce off the cross wall. Nothing happening just yet. This Tyrodo will find the possession yet again. Lions getting himself in great position, bouncing off the wall. Here's the pass, but the power behind the punch was just a little bit too high. Boise State continues to hold the ball away from the side of Oregon State. Despite them getting boosts, and now they're swarming to continue that denial of that boost. Boise State now in great position to do so.
Well, they have pretty consistently garnered side control. So once that's the case, mostly you want to let the stats work out for you, although surprisingly enough, once again, Oregon State has more shots on goal than Boise State does. In fact, 10-3, and yet it's still tied, and that really shows, you know, how good some of the defense has been for Boise State. And Lions, especially with that goal, quite literally right there, raining on Oregon State's parade, but they live in Oregon. What else is new?
True. I think the Beavers like the rain too.
Yeah. All righty. Boise State in the lead, 2-0.
2-1.
I mean, 2-1.
2-0
don't listen to me. It feels like 2-0. Yes, on the match point. Thank you. That's what I meant all along.
100%.
With a little,
trying to find anything, trying to get this equalizer themselves. Passes it down to Private. Lyman will find himself knocking that one away. We'll kind of linger up in the air for a bit. Both teams trying to claim possession back. Baynock on the ground. Looks like Private will yet again challenge that one. Lions again up in the air. Cosmobuster exactly where they needed to be for defense. We'll turn that one away for a moment. Passing it down to Lions. Baynock looks for an opportunity. Is it passing the center? This is crime. Doesn't even need it. Lions says, I don't need the assist. I got it myself, dude.
how does he even work out those angles?
Got all the boosts.
Yeah, he's the boost. Look at it. It is so well aimed.
That Cloud is very happy. 3-1, 1:30 on the clock. You know, it's generally about 45 seconds, they say, for a good goal attempt. And Oregon State does have...
I've always said 30 seconds.
30 to 45, I won't contest that. Nice start for that. Mitch getting demolition. Now they're putting themselves on the aggressive front, but Lions and Baynock will be here to thwart this one away. Private going to go for a challenge of their own. Mitch barely able to defend that one. Private does get the boost. A shot on goal attempt again from Lions, but this time it will be successfully defended.
Lions a bit of a tap toward goal is going to get saved by Oregon State. Able to play it kind of past Cosmobuster. Baynock gets another tap on it, which didn't look like it went the way he wanted at all. No. Oregon State tried to score off that, but missed. And now a bit of kind of demolition derby all around the soccer ball.
Yeah, but to be fair, Baynock is milking so much time off the clock just by going for these dribble challenges. As long as it's not up in the air, he's so comfortable on the ground. Almost gets a fourth and almost maybe the final nail in the coffin goal, but not yet acquired by Boise State. They're still struggling to get that one knocked in. But they'll get some help from Oregon State.
Yeah, it looked like that actually bounced off one of the players rotating, and it's private here. Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunate. Should have swerved to the left there.
That might be a feels bad moment. That might have done.
At this point, it's not going to make much difference, but
it makes
I suppose it's the final nail in the coffin, if you will.
Okay, Lions. Okay, Lions. He ain't going to get it. He's not going to get a fifth one, is he?
I don't think so. But all of the Broncos have gotten at least one goal, so pretty well spread out between all of the teammates. And that'll do it for this match. Boise State cruising to a victory, 3-0 against Oregon State. Broncos win this. All it needs to do is touch the ground.
That's rule 2, of course. You cannot let the ball touch the ground.
And that's going to do it. There you go.
Fair enough. Well, it is what it is.
Boise State, like I said, not too much.
You know, they say hashtag bring the blue.
Yes, I have heard that indeed said.
It says that
so.
3 times, actually.
Yeah, I wouldn't have noticed that, so thank you very much for
Oh, you're
pointing that
very
out.
welcome. I only read sideways.
You only read sideways,
Yeah.
so you're going to have to hold your phone sideways when you go to all the URLs that I was talking
Yeah,
about.
100%. I have to make sure auto rotates.
Well,
on.
one of those URLs is going to be the one for the Idaho Army National Guard. They bring you the top 5 plays of the game, and ICCU brings you the player of the game. You can find both of those on Boise State's Twitter after the match tonight. And again, the Idaho Army National Guard invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. More than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. Idaho Army National Guard is the best team to join out there. Okay, write this down, Baratel.
Okay.
iGuard Gaming at Twitch.
All right.
Okay, you got that?
How do you spell that? What's Twitch?
I think it looks like I'm going to have a conversation with him. I'm going to need to take a short break to get everything straightened out here, but you're not going to go away. We have more esports content for you. The night still goes on, and we'll be back after a short break. Welcome back to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. Tonight you've been watching us cover a mix of Overwatch and Rocket League. And Boise State has basically won everything. And we actually have one more match to get to. That's going to be NACE Overwatch, so you're not going to want to miss that. But before we do, I'm your host, Jacob Jem Palmer, joined by Jared Baratel Castiglione. And Baratel, you know, the last match that we had was against Oregon State. Yeah. And just kind of in the spirit of the general region, especially the Mountain West region, though I suppose Oregon is more Pacific Northwest, but still the Western U.S.
Yeah.
We have a lot of great schools around here looking to get in on the esports action. And one of those, in fact, has been Utah State. They've had a lot of delegation that's kind of been visiting us, seeing how our program works. And we actually have the new esport coordinator for Utah State joining us right now. Is going to be Anson Serenity Ho, and it's great to have you joining us. How are you doing? How's it been visiting?
Hey guys.
Hello.
It's been awesome being part of the Boise State, watching how you guys have grown and hearing the stories of where you guys were and how you guys got to where you're at now. It's incredible.
Well, it's kind of not a time to showcase our program rather than your program at Utah State and the plans that you have going forward. What are you planning being the new coordinator for Utah State's esports? What's your roadmap looking like?
Yeah, sure. So I've done a lot of grassroots work in communities in Utah to grow esports. I graduated from Weber State University. And I was the interim coordinator for their esports program. I had spent the last 3 years studying, I had spent the last 3 years creating intercollegiate esports tournaments in the Rocky Mountain region. And a lot of the schools in the area have kind of participated in those tournaments. So creating grassroots efforts is really where I specialize in. And that's why I was hired at Utah State University. My goals at Utah State University are first to establish a foundation of everything. So right here at Boise State, you guys have a dedicated facility, teams established, and a broadcasting role. Those are the things that are kind of lacking right now at Utah State University, but it's getting a lot of support from higher administration.
Right.
So something that I want to show support for and start to grow in our community is starting with those grassroots efforts and then building up to the points where we can start adding up to the things that Boise State has started building on.
Yeah. Then we'll see some sort of esports tournament at the Gorge, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. No, so we want to start hosting collegiate tournaments as soon as we can. And Boise State has kind of brought in some of these like high schools to compete here at this university.
Yeah.
We want to do the same thing and start bringing in the local community to start coming in and competing on our grounds, and then also getting the collegiate scene and the Mountain West to come to our university and participate in an intercollegiate event.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds awesome. You guys are our neighbors, you know. People generally don't know on the map where either Idaho or Utah are, so we have that in common. This will be the place for us to put our name in neon lights everywhere.
I mean, I gotta hand it though. I think Utah is a little bit more memorable because you don't have like Iowa trying to take all.
You also have an international airport. No big deal.
Well, Boise's created their name out there for esports.
True.
I think that's like the same thing that we want to share with Boise is having this neighboring area where we have this huge rivalry between two of us.
Perfect.
If we can create that would be awesome.
And that would certainly be great. And to we'll leave you on this last question is, you know, talking about the community that you're looking forward to build here. You know, here at Boise State we have a variety of games. You know, Valorant, Overwatch, Rocket League. Are there any games that you in particular are excited to establish at Utah State, or any talent that you've seen amongst students that has you excited?
What I love about Boise is that it's so big on Overwatch, and I got my career started in playing Overwatch. So of course I'd love to see it grow and see it thrive. But right now the talent at Utah State lies in Valorant and Rocket League and Halo. And so I'd love to continue to grow those, but of course I want to go back to my own roots and see Overwatch grow again.
Right.
But it just depends on what the talent exists already in Utah, and that's what I see happening.
Well, we look forward to seeing that talent, and we wish you well in your overall program. So thank you for visiting us.
Great. Thanks, guys, for having me.
Well, I think it's very kind of serendipitous that he mentioned top talent or liking Overwatch so much, because this next match that we have is one you're not going to want to miss. One you're not going to want to miss.
No, not at all.
This is in NACE Overwatch, and it is against UC Irvine.
Yeah.
And UC Irvine, up there with Boise State, is like considered the top team in the western region of the United States. Both these teams are fighting for the #1 spot here.
Yeah.
So this is the toughest competition Boise State is going to have tonight by far.
Yeah, and I mean, they're warmed up for it. They have to be at this point, right? They've had a fantastic showing and demonstration of kind of the key puzzle pieces for success for this game for Overwatch. Now it's to put that to the test. They're going to be put through and maybe backed up into more of a corner. It's going to be more of a challenging adversary than they've seen so far.
Yeah, the West group overall is between Boise State and UCI. Some other great members are Cal Overwatch, Marymount University, and of course the behemoth Northwood always lurking in the wings in NACE Overwatch. So this is where kind of the part of the season where the rubber starts to meet the road. Boise State is going up against the top teams, and we've seen them sweep tonight, but this is going to be their biggest challenge yet.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at how NACE Overwatch is going to go, just kind of the general rule set. It's 6v6 competitive, and the map choice is a little bit different than what we've seen so far tonight. It is control, escort, hybrid, assault, and then control again if need be. Of course, we're sitting in the round robin stage, and Boise State going up against UC Irvine, top two teams. And when you're going up against a top team, more than ever, you need Doc's keys to the game.
You do. You need some sort of battle plan. This looks like one.
And that battle plan in Overwatch is to understand your comp and play style, focus on each fight, get good ultimate value, and remember, the objective is always more important than your gold medal in eliminations. Make sure you play for the objective.
Don't C9.
Well, those keys to the game are brought to you by Drop-In Gaming, the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. You can play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches. Whether you're new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop-In Gaming has the right game and competition for you. DropInGaming.com for more information. Of course, we can also see the lineup for Boise State. This lineup is brought to you by Count, Identity Trust Global Network, delivering real-time fraud prevention, account protection, and enables personalized customer experiences, more than 9,000 leading brands and payment providers. It looks like we actually have Maxwell that's going to be joining us.
Yeah, the Maxwell Plato combo, no Goblin this time, but can be swapped, can be subbed. If
Right.
necessary.
Boise State has a lot of talent pool remaining, but this is the opening two of the best tanks that we have seen in Overwatch, and we're just going to have to wait to see what UC Irvine has to bring to the table.
Yeah, and it's not really like, in some situations we've seen like a particular character, Kevin Durant, kind of just run the show. Sorry to keep looping back, but that player, it was so instrumental in success for UNLV. You know, Boise State operates at such a different level because every team member is pulling their weight.
Right. And that's kind of the thing. Once that key player is gone, if you build your team around that, the rest of your team can crumble. And that's not to say that UNLV doesn't have very talented players or other schools that build their whole play style was built around propping that one team member up.
Yeah.
And when your team you need to be able in Overwatch to be able to play a variety of comps and play styles.
Right.
I mean, if your player's so good that they're just auto-locking every single Doomfist.
Body.
Yeah. And that's not to say Soulcarpet could also have done also did a great job on the Tracer. But the main thing is that Boise State has a lot of very diverse talent that can play a lot of different roles.
Yeah, and that's going to be important because, again, with it being UCI Ryan, I think they're going to be put to the test. What I will say is that maybe not part of Doc's Keys' game, but part of Baratel's Keys' game, Torbjorn. Beards are powerful.
Okay, I see how it is. You're not going to be happy unless you see Torb tonight.
I'll be happy regardless. I'll just be ecstatic if I see a Torbjorn.
Okay, so make Baratel ecstatic is the... Well, what would you be most ecstatic to see about in terms of stage selection in Control? Because, we're not even going to get to that question. We're just going to go with what we know. Yeah, I know. But I know you like starting off on the tower, the actual tower namesake of it the most.
I don't like market because, again, we very typically see that be the 1/3 of Lijiang Tower that Boise State struggles with the most.
Well, Boise State not looking to struggle here. They want to go up against one of the top teams in the Western Division, UC Irvine, to make a name for themselves and head into the playoffs. Looking good. They are revving themselves up on stage.
Yeah, you can't hear the engine sounds behind us, but they're gunning. I thought we were playing Rocket League for a second.
Yeah, they are doing just some final
vocal exercises.
Yeah, some vocal exercises. Put your team in the mood.
Sometimes you gotta get ready in the best sense. We see a diva, that probably won't change. That's a Reinhardt as well. We do not see a Torb silhouette.
No, I don't think we do. It looks like Boise State is going to go for the Symmetra teleport, trying to push their way. Yeah. Here we go. It actually looks like Goblin is going to be, so Maxwell isn't in this. But Boise State now trying to fight on this upper level here, trying to dash right into Sigma. Not going to work out for them. Dash and Light are going to get the first picks. Taking out Plato and Matt Merck. Chosen also eliminated, as well as Bagel. Goblin's the only one with an elimination to speak of. And Boise State looks like they're going to have to reset and give UC Irvine the first point.
Yeah, Goblin can put himself in a nice defensive position here. Doesn't have to go for a full reset, but you know, two Goliaths meeting face to face, that's what's going to be a lot of friction there. And Boise State did get some ulti charging, but did not get the point. Here comes the ultimate. This is speaking of that. Here comes the fight as well. The photon beam is going to be huge, as well as the barrier. Bagel trying to keep everyone up tip top. And they actually force things off the point and recontest it, get the flip. Too early to tell that's going to be a huge advantage. Here comes the reverse bouncer for the ultimate. And now it's time for UC Irvine to respond. Here comes the engage. On the backside, it looks like Helljudge will actually find one onto Plato and one DPS for another, and Boise State will send back to the point, contesting this to try and eke out as much of percentage as they can.
PG1 with a double, looking to clean things up for UC Irvine. Still technically contested, but I don't know, Boise State. This is a risky play here from Matt Merck going in. Oh, and he's going to get shattered and punished for it without the rest of his team there. Boise State crumbles.
Yeah, I mean, it was to buy percentage, but I don't think that the respawn timer is short enough for them not to answer with their own percentage gain on UC Irvine. They're going to challenge forward. The turrets are there doing so much damage. The Explosive Mine was just there to do the AoE damage to the turrets. And nice Diva block from the side of Boise State. They're going to engage with their own ultimate as well. Grip Towers here will be contested and blown up. The damage is kind of lacking in the amplification matrix. Boise State uses their own immortality field here to try and block that one out, but now they're sent scurrying back to their own spawn side. Chosen down to just a measly 15 HP. He will be hunted down, but he's jumping around and finds himself safety. Barely getting that regen on lockdown.
Now UC Irvine goes past the 60% marker. That's a very crucial pick there by Plato. Without some of that healing available, Boise State is in fact going to have to deal with this gravitic flux, but they use a lot of ultimates themselves.
Nice
A very nice pin from Matt Merck, as well as the photon barrier brought out, helps Boise State wrestle back the point.
To wrestle back the point, they did suffer double their percentage, but with at least the defense, or sorry, the amplification matrix as well as the shockwave, this should be enough. The Earth Shatter could be just what they need to deter any sort of advancement from UC Irvine.
Well, now finally this Junkrat pick can come in handy. Oh, there goes the Riptire out from Dash. Huge shatter brought out there, but he's not going to be able to charge. He got stunned in response. What a response from UC Irvine. And with the help of this sound barrier and photon barrier, they're going to be making quite a challenge to Boise State on the point. Plato and Goblin are trying to keep the hopes alive from Boise State, but that shatter is going to cement the nail in the coffin for the Broncos.
Yeah, they're going to be pushed off and maybe have one more fight in their belt before they do have to give this one up. Bagel gonna go for maybe the distraction, trying to contest this so it doesn't go full over at 99. So much damage. That shield is about to break on Matt. He's gonna get charged up a little bit here, up to 300 health. Continuing to chip away and take as much as he can. Here comes the amplification matrix from the side of UC Irvine. So much damage, but he's not being baited into pulling out the shield. They can't just break it instantly. Great reservation from Boise State. And the signal, the gravitic flux is here. Doesn't catch anything. The Suns are there. Here comes the amplification of their own. They're going to shoot through it as much as they can. And there's going to be damage afoot. Boise State will pick up 2 back-to-back. Take it out the immortality field and reclaim the point.
What's most crucial, I think, here is that Plato managed to save that Riptire. UC Irvine is too careless here. If they just walk right into it, I think the Broncos have a win here. It all depends on how they decide to enter here.
I think they're going to wait for a united front. Again, they do need to do some work to this. Reinhardt, he actually finds it around the corner. Plato with the bank shot. He playing billiards with these guys.
Oh, it's just down to 10%. It's going to go down to the wire here.
Getting
we'll see if Boise State, when his player decides to use it, Barry brings out the Riptire. He's just waiting right now for them to try to get on the point. Picks up PG1, and I think the Broncos can keep them off the point. Can they? Overtime, almost down to Broncos. Clutch victory out of the jaws of defeat.
Superior Giga Brain play from Plato. Saying, well, if you can't see me, you don't know where this Riptire is. Also, I'm just going to sit on it.
I'm not going to have the constitution to get through this sort of match.
To hold this right here is actually a Galaxy Brain play.
That is insane.
That and the pick leading up to this indecisiveness from UC Irvine, they were forced into a situation of panic, and Boise State was ever more ready for it. Now, this is so advantageous for Boise State. They take their first round win, use this momentum to come here to all maps, and it not being market, this is their greatest chance of closing out map 1.
Here we go as we move on to Garden here.
We don't see the Reaper this time. We see the Cole Cassidy on Goblin. And they don't even go for the risky boot plays either. They're playing so respectful.
Ooh, Light trying to flank Boise State here, but is going to Wraith form away, taking a lot of damage, though, especially Mash here on the Winston. That's a great start for Bagel there.
Oh, my gosh.
As the point unlocks, Goblin picking up Mash. That's going to be Boise State quite clearly getting the first point.
First point. They'll get this ticked over now. This is the percentages. Oh, they swapped off the 33% Sombra over to the Echo. They want to have some verticality in their team comp, but unfortunately for them, Goblin's ready for that with the revolver. You know, that hit scan is going to be huge against dealing with the Echo.
Goblin talking about that hit scan. It deals with light pretty well too. Matt Merck just making more space for Boise State as they push UC Irvine across the bridge, and off the edge PG1 goes.
And Plato will follow as well to trade.
Gob is going to bring out this Deadeye. Unable to pick up anyone with it. And the Amp Matrix also gets dropped by Boise State in response to Coalescence brought out by UC Irvine. Dash with a pick onto Goblin. Might be with UC Irvine. They managed to make it toward the point. Can Boise State defend? Plato starts out with a pick onto Hell Judge there. UC Irvine knocked off of the point, and Boise State keeps the percentage going. They're going to get past at least 60%, which is great.
They get the full sound barrier too. They're ready to fight. They're not giving this up just yet. Kel looking for an opportunity. Will be on the other side, looking for this sneaky self-destruct. No, will rejoin the team. It's a good call. Don't want to get caught isolated right now. Going to continue to put photon balls into the area. So much damage on that fully charged M2 as well. Where do they approach? Where does UC Irvine try to break this? They do have the Pharmacy. Valkyrie's up. They have the Echo up as well. Who do they copy? Is it going to be necessary? The time bomb does not get anyone just yet. Boise State still holding on to this, not getting the chip damage out. Try to find Light. We'll find him and chip him out. Force a recall. Here comes the self-destruct. It's going to be blocked, but no, unfortunately, it's going to be Chosen who falls to it. On the backside, it's Valkyrie versus the world, and Goblin barely clips the toes.
He gets the Mercy and also takes out Hell Judge as well. That's all the support's gone for UC Irvine. But Mash is still making a play for the point here, right in the face of the Diva. Is going to use the final stun there to take the Baby Diva out. All that's left here is Dash on the point. Has actually used the copy, onto the Cassidy.
Gonna have a Deadeye. This is up to Dash right now. It's clutch or kick situation. It's gonna be up to them. Boise State still holding us at 99-0. Boise State continues to hold us at supremacy. Dash will actually find one. Goblin will finally be eliminated and take a short rest while they respawn.
Yeah,
Boise State will actually be flipped on the point.
I actually like the call from Boise State. They used their own teleport to get back to spawn. They realized, hey, we've got 99% here. We just need to win one more team fight.
Look at that chip damage. Saffrona gets chipped to half HP just by being up in the air with Dash.
I know, with Goblin on hit scan.
Comes the turret, some defensive, some offensive. Here comes the TP.
Oh, look at that!
Sneaky shatter! It is disgusting as he finds the angle and takes out two. Boise State continuing to push forward onto the point. Still fighting for it, TPing back and forth. It's such a distractionary tactic. Here comes the pin, he'll find the table instead. But unfortunately, Boise State's pushing away UC Irvine from the entire point. No one's there to capture it just yet. It's uncontested. They want to win the fight and take this one with commanding force, but so many members of Boise State fall off for the reset.
That's kind of insane play by the Boise State, by Mashiro there, using that Primal Rage to just knock two members of Boise State off the edge, and I think that's just a punishing of mispositioning by Boise State. They'd already claimed the point in that team fight, so they didn't need to be putting themselves in risky situations where they could be knocked off the edge.
Plato switching over to the Reaper. Does he have enough time to get himself to full ulti charge? He's got to be in this combat for the rest of this fight in order to get it. Looks for the Marcy, finds her! Shotgun blaster, cool, and I'll just litter the ground with more. As Plato continues to pick up kill after kill. 21%, now contesting the point. No one's there to contest it just yet. Captured at 50%. Here comes the rest of the team. There goes the tank. Bash Pro will fall. And now Boise State is stampeding forward. Getting a pin and self-destruct is useless as Boise State continues to read this book, and it's you for UC Irvine's chapter. 99-99 though, Jamie. This can go either way. Nice echo, self-destruction will be used, but it will be bubbled up, and the Reaper form will dodge it as well. Up in the air, you are not safe. Reaper is on the hunt. He's got his sights out, and he is huge. The Remake actually gets the elimination, and Boise State will close out this map one.
Whoa, that was close on both accounts there, but the Broncos still managing to get a win.
Let me get a drink real quick.
I can. Mashiro, this was such a key play by Mashiro to turn things around when Boise State would have gotten the point here, but this was the point of they rotated up way too far into Mashiro, and 100%. He punished them for that 100%.
Woo!
Well, that is quite an opening there, but it shows that these two teams are ready to play and very evenly matched.
Good. We expect this from UC Irvine, though, right? They've been at the top with Boise State for, I don't know, for as long as I can remember. And this just goes to show that they're prepared.
Well, UC Irvine is going to get choice of the next stage. It's going to be Escort. We're going to take a short break and be back. Just get a drink of water and get a snack because you're going to need it for a match like this. We'll be back after this.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. You're currently joining us for our coverage of NACE Collegiate Overwatch as Boise State goes up against UC Irvine, one of the top teams in the Western U.S. region. And as you can hear by that laugh, no doubt, I'm still your host, Jacob Jim Palmer, joined by Jared Baratel Castiglione to call all of the action for you tonight.
Production's got to prank me all the time by playing the camera, make me giggle while you're doing your intro, man. What the heck, production?
Well, production has also informed us that the next choice of map that is going to be brought out for Escort, or Hybrid in this case, is going to be Numbani.
Numbani. We've seen Boise State really show that they're comfortable accentuating the verticality. They like to play on the ground. They like to do so with like the Orisa, with the Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball, one of the few tanks that can go up at a moment's notice. And then beyond that, they like to play the snipers. And I would be very surprised to see that we don't see a Hanzo or an Ash at this opening here.
It would be very interesting, kind of a change into the long-range game overall, but I see by the look that Baratel has gotten, I think you have another hero that you'd really much like to see.
No, there's only one. It's still Torbjorn. Nothing's changed. And again, fantastic on this map.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Boise State, although they had a bit when they were going up against Bellevue earlier tonight in ABC, this was the one map that they didn't get. Or no, Bellevue won that on Blizzard. I don't know what I'm talking about here. Yeah, Boise State has won this map before tonight.
Yeah,
they had it before
with a Bastion.
Yes, with a Bastion actually. Yeah. Now, thank you for jogging my memory.
You're
on
very
that one.
welcome.
There's been a lot of Overwatch matches today.
That's fair. There's been a lot of shooting and ability usage.
But this is the most consequential, probably the most the biggest stakes one.
This is the highlight one for sure. That's why we saved it for last.
Well, Boise State going up, like I said before, Boise State versus UC Irvine in NACE Collegiate Overwatch Productions. Getting very excited about something.
Getting pumped.
I know, everyone's excited.
I'm so happy we're back in the arena with the desk, with full production crew, with the players on the stage. It's go time.
Go time indeed. Boise State versus UC Irvine. Boise State leads 1-0 in this best of 5. Will they be able to continue on their win streak?
Snipers. Torbjorn. Snipers. Torbjorn.
Boise State, since they didn't choose this stage, are going to get choice of the side they choose, so they get to decide whether it's attack or defense. Right now we see the blue team getting ready for defense, but Boise State was red last time, so we don't necessarily know which team this is. They could have swapped sides.
Another Zenyatta. Okay. A Tracer. Okay. Another Wrecking Ball.
I mean, those, yeah.
Oh, it's Ash. I feel like this might be Boise State on blue.
Very well might be. I'd be very surprised if they didn't choose to defend first.
Yeah, that's true.
Always nice to see what you have to beat beforehand. Yep, it looks like they've swapped over to the blue. You see Irvine on the red. We're ready to start this match. Let's start with the sleep dart.
Nothing too out of the ordinary either. Joseph's got to be careful. I understand that they have Diva with Defense Matrix over here, but no shielding beyond that means that he's kind of diveable by the UC Irvine dive comp right now. And they do have the Echo Mercy combo with no. Oh, I guess they do have Plato for the response.
They have Plato indeed. He's going to get the first pick onto Dash. They try to meet the Winston Mashiro in the air.
Already the Echo? My goodness.
Yeah, the Echo with the Mercy pocket. And speaking of the Mercy, I'm surprised that Saf was able to pull off that res with how much Boise State was focusing down UC Irvine.
True. That's one ability down. Wow. Good call-outs where Plato was just ready for that response. That reaction time was insane. And as I mentioned, the dive comp's going to be a little bit too strong to deal with at the moment.
Yeah, that's just a testament to how fast Helljudge was able to charge up that nano boost in the first team fight.
Right, and Dash is right behind them as well.
Now, I don't know if I agree with that full spawn necessarily. I mean, it's pretty much in favor of UC Irvine. That's just throwing it a little bit more of a win more ultimate.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong,
it's
UC
like
Irvine wants to win.
Besides Moira's very regular ability, Coalescence, I think Pulse Bomb's the second fastest charging ultimate.
It's up there. I know Amp Matrix is actually considered one of the fastest charging ultimates too. So that's kind of the trifecta.
Those three.
Yeah, Pulse Bomb, Coalescence.
Well, Coalescence isn't even an ultimate, so. You can throw one orb and get like 70%. I don't believe in that ability. I love Moira. I'm a Moira main. She dirty.
Mashiro again with the Primal Rage. This is insane how fast UC Irvine is charging these up.
Yeah, it hasn't popped. Still has a Discord orb. The sleep will be here on that. Still gets the shield in the back end. Self-destruct. We'll find one, but Dash will find two in response. You get turned into the man just in time, but the self-destruct again, maybe the call down will be huge here. Bago trying to keep things nice and healthy for the rest of the team, and that's exactly what you got to do. You got to stay combative against the Winston dive. At least as Brigade.
There goes self-destruct thrown out by Dash. Boise State dodges it. Bagel getting hit with the anti-nade here. And UC Irvine is just pressing Boise State little by little. Matt Burke is going to be stopped there by a bit of friction with the wall. So doesn't kind of get to charge through there. And Plato, unfortunately, gets caught out by a flank from Light.
This Winston is doing so much work. Bashiro is essential to this dive comp, and PG1's not even going to follow suit, doesn't need to. So much follow-up from the side of UC Irvine. Boise State's getting picked apart at the threads. 4:45, and they're on the last leg of the journey for this payload. Plato again gets picked off.
That's the last thing Boise State wants, is to stagger themselves at this point. That basically gives, you know, the first third of this final section here over to UC Irvine. Just that one stagger onto Boise State because they couldn't fight as a team.
No, we see Mashiro looking for maybe another Primal Rage flank as well. No, continue the front line for the moment. Plato playing a dangerous game. The self-destruct will go right behind the barrier. Will still find Bagel somehow. Goblin will barely get the heal up from the Transcendence. But will find two members from Boise State. Will push forward and take out two from UC Irvine. Matt is going to follow suit, trying to use that machine gun as much as they can. The halt in combination with the rest of the damage will get a full reset. Gonna do this for another 4 minutes though.
It's a good start though. And they managed to burn a lot of ultimates away from UC Irvine, but right now Boise State, they only have one ultimate to use here though, so this self-destruct's got to be on the money, because right now the closest thing they're going to have is the Deadeye, and they either need to they need to get a pick immediately or get a really good self-destruct.
You know, with how PG1's playing right now, I think Zarya is a great adaptation exactly for that reason. The shield ally will get so much free energy over. Doesn't even get to pop the ultimate. No, it'll be bubbled and encapsulated. The call down will not find anything either. Goblin will get a Deadeye started, but will be taken out. Light running rampant with this after triple kill, and a fast one attack. And UC Irvine is marching down this payload to the final checkpoint.
For Boise State, the question is, can they respawn fast enough for a team fight? One of them is going to have to stall it out. And you see stalling Matt Mark heading over to the Wrecking Ball. It's do or die right now.
Yeah, goes for the double dash forward and the recall. 1.05 meters. No one can leave this point. Boise State gets one, but lose three in tandem. Now it's just three members of their own. Bagel did just respawn. Maybe he can find himself dashing into a great place. Plato still alive, still pesky, still buying time. The rest of the members, Kel the last one to revive. They are now going to be all up. Kel just needing to respawn and finally does so. Somehow Plato with the rally will hold things off. And 2 minutes now on the clock. UC Irvine is getting close to crunch time.
I mean, this is the one ultimate that Boise State has. They have such close respawns that as long as they can get one or two picks, then they can kind of keep enough pressure to stop everything. There heads out the Deadeye, trying to get a sneaky angle there.
Leonidas.
Ooh, and that's going to be very tough for Boise State to answer.
Allies so big.
A lot of healing with that Transcendence. It's enough for Boise State to kind of stay on point, but Dash and Light, and now that Primal Rage, it's all up to Plato to stall it out.
Yet again. Oh, but Remington surged!
Yep, that'll do it.
That'll do it. 1:31 on the clock. That's a fair amount of time.
That is a fair amount of time. UC Irvine had a very consistent, very fast pace they set.
Yeah. You know, I think that it's tough to say. I understand the want for the Deadeye and the Revolver, especially with Fan the Hammer, but unfortunately Goblin just kept getting dived, and you know, if you're going to play like that, I think maybe even switching, I'm not going to say Torbjorn, although I think Torbjorn would have been great. I think switching to Ashe at that point, you get Bob on the ultimate charge. It's a lot more useful than Deadeye in that position. Those shields that are kind of encapsulating the self-destruct can be destroyed with a dynamite and a few shots. You know, that kind of change could have maybe enabled some other damage to come through for Boise State. And now they're on their attack. They just got to do it faster. Whew. I mean, despite Echo being the last update and it being like 2 years ago or something like that, still a really cool character.
It is. I like how UC Irvine on more than one occasion used the copy to heal all the way back up.
Yeah,
Like they almost got taken out by Boise State and hit the copy at just the right time.
It's interesting too because we don't see Boise State adapting for the Ana, you know, anti-healing grenade, maybe a difference maker as well in some of these close calls. Boise State, Goblin solo up in the air this time, has Bagel on the Brigitte, and then now they do have the Nano now, so you know the Nano, the anti-healing grenade could be huge here. Sleep darts as well. Kel will be the first victim of one. Looking for the dive opportunity. They go for one. Unfortunately, Matt gets instantly torn apart. Kel on the backside to back him up. They try to make this up, but they cannot find anything but, I guess they do find Hell Judge at the end of it all, but that will force a reset for Boise State.
Well, and they're not even going to find that as the res is used.
Ah, the resurrection. Yeah, I can see maybe why this was UC Irvine's pick.
Yeah, it seems like they know what they're doing on this one. Right now, a lot of damage just pushed down from Dash. Already very close on the ultimate charge. Going past 80% here. It's a very big threat, especially Boise State does not have the Mercy Pocket to match the damage that UC Irvine is putting out.
Right, as you dive the Mercy with the Nano doing so much damage, gets electrocuted and fried. The anti-healing will be there, 2 kills, but on the backside, Luck will take out one. Dash on the backside as well. Interweaving in and out of the shield is huge, but cannot buy enough time. And here comes the Echo as well. Gonna copy what they can, but they will be completely wiped out. Boise State had a good footing on that fight, but they lost it. UC Irvine retaliates with the almost perfect effect.
There heads out, self-destruct. Just going to force Boise State back into their own spawn and take more time away from them.
2 self-destructs. That's cool.
Well, the thing is that those picks that Boise State got, they were against Hell Judge and Safrana there. I mean, those are the 2 supports gone, and yet UC Irvine still found a way to survive.
Yeah, interestingly enough, yes, you can do damage while you're alive, but as long as you're alive, you can still do damage. Looking desperately for a pulse bomb. They're too high up off the ground to find the target. Instead, maybe reconsidering their approach. Just for a pulse bomb into the wall will be taken out. No, the recall's here. It's going to be Goblin picking up their own self-destruct if they want to use it. Up in the air they go. No shield to follow suit. They actually find one, but it's not enough. The rest of the Boise State members are just not there to back things up. Oh, and the resurrect as well, by the way.
Just a little bit more salt in the wound against the Broncos.
Kudos to UC Irvine. They're doing incredibly well protecting their supports, whereas when Boise State got dived, it looked like they were suffering and struggling to do the same thing.
Now Boise State, they are going to be able to have a nano boost, so potentially depending on who they decide to put that on, that can make some space for them. Might decide to put it on the Winston, we're just going to have to see, but they're going to have to deal with a few ultimates from UC Irvine as well. Oh my goodness!
Wow. Okay.
Light! Okay, I know who's getting player of the game. That is insane.
So good.
When's the last time you've seen a triple pulse bomb?
I don't know if I've ever seen a triple. I saw a double earlier today.
I mean, we get excited around a double there, but I have to see how that worked out. Like, I know we'll get a replay of it here.
I think I might have been like, oh, we only have 1 shield. And then Light was like, oh, if you put a bomb in the shield, that you're protecting yourself from the outside bomb. And it didn't work.
Well, things not really working out for Boise State here, but this is probably why UC Irvine chose this stage. Boise State faltering and UC Irvine just really dominant performance.
The final fight for Boise State, if they can kind of end themselves through this, they'll have themselves precious and necessary time in the bank, but Light is just doing so much work. For sure, popping his rifle will continue to be unstoppable. That Merc will find themselves popping it as well. But only to buy some time. It's still being contested, but no one's there to capitalize. No tick will even be gained by Boise State, as they'll be swept off the map.
That is going to do it. UC Irvine tying it up 1-1. We've got a lot of Overwatch left to play in the specified.
Overwatch.
Okay, this is what I have to see here, because I know Light has to get player of the game here.
Nah.
Play of the game.
Oh, it's going to be his Ashe instead, so I don't get to see how that pulse bomb worked out. Thank you very much.
Nice play, though. This is the 1-2-3, isn't it?
Okay, what?
1, 2. Yeah, that's the 3-piece.
Okay, but the pulse
But
bomb
the pulse
contributed
bomb.
to a quadruple.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Pulse bomb, meh. Left click, cool. I agree with you.
I don't get it.
We got robbed.
Well, Esports Tower is one of the sponsors of Boise State Esports. You can improve your game sense, improve your team play, and improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great teammates and coaches to help you level up. Go to esportstower.com for more information.
Okay.
So now, to everyone's delight, we are
Yes.
going to at least see Assault now. That is guaranteed. We are going to go into a Game 4. But before we get to that, Boise State is going to have choice of Escort.
Yeah. They also better choose Temple of Anubis.
Well, we'll see. We'll just have to wait for that. We'll take a short break and be back with more Overwatch action. We'll see if Boise State can rally back from UC Irvine's reprisal after this.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. You're currently watching our coverage of NACE Collegiate Overwatch. Boise State going up against one of the top teams in the Western region, UCI. And they've proven why they're a top team because they have gotten a win against the Broncos in that second round in this best-of-5. So both teams are tied 1-1. We've got a lot of Overwatch left to play. My name is Jacob Jem Palmer. Over this direction is Jared Baratel's Castiglione giving a message back to production.
Yeah, I'm pointing at you, production.
And overall, right now, Boise State now has choice of escort. And they get to choose what they want to bring out. Now, we've seen Havana be brought out the past 2 times. Oh, but okay. You know what? Who needs to predict anything? You know, we just know how everything
into existence.
Yeah.
My heart is in Havana. Oh, not. I can't sing that. We'll get a copyright.
No.
Whoops.
A portion of this stream has been recognized by third parties and muted as a result. Well, let's go on to something that we can't necessarily mute. The great competition between Boise State and UC Irvine, at least I hope not.
Oh, we can.
We can. We'll find a way.
Sniper Alley. Sniper Alley.
We'll see how well Boise State snipers do here.
Do I see a sniper? I see a Zenyatta. I see a Hanzo.
Yeah, that's a double sniper comp, so you're definitely using the part of this map that is most suited towards snipers, whoever is in the blue.
I think this is a Boise State roster right here.
Yeah, but that would mean that UC Irvine got choice of what side they wanted to play if Boise State shows the map here. Yeah, and so they picked attack. So that's interesting to me.
Yes. I concur. Wait,
this is great commentary that we're giving right now.
I agree. Baptiste, he goes shoot.
All right, here we go.
Snipes are beginning. Commence sniping range. I don't know if this is Boise State up there. That's not something that they postured to do.
Oh, yeah, okay. They swapped it. They're swapping colors every match here.
What the heck, guys? Double snipe on both sides, though. Boom. Oh, my. See you later, Light. Lights out for him. Been waiting all night for that.
I was about to say, it sounded like you were waiting way too long to use that line.
Yeah. That's okay, though. Dak will find the counter kill there on NACE. Plato will find one on the Hell Judge. The front are going to be half HP. They're still making steady progress. This is the farthest we've seen this payload go on the snap tonight.
It hasn't stopped one bit for Boise State. And look how far they're pushing UC Irvine off the post, and Matt just slams into them.
Oh my! He's gonna. Oh, the shield barely came up.
Okay.
First checkpoint, almost uncontested. Goes for the full reset. Does he go for the swap? He swaps to the Orisa. Maybe they go to more of a pirate ship kind of thing now. I think that's the right call.
No matter what they choose, Plato's just going to do all the work right now.
Plato's just going to have some fun with it.
And no surprise, he's charged up his Dragon Strike as well as Goblin's infrared sights way ahead on the ult charge for Boise State. Due to how unstoppable they've been.
That's French or I forget what she said actually. I know exactly where you are. Damage, the tick marks are there. They're going to get an elimination. The flank opportunity Light will find one onto Goblin. The Boise State's just throwing all projectiles in this corridor while the payload is just meandering underneath them. Will be turned away for the first time this round. Boise State sent back to a respawn. Goblin switching on over to Ash, trying to deal with these shields as much as they can. Good call. Plato will switch over to the Cole. The double swap, it's still Hanzo and Ash, but they flip-flopped on the players.
I don't know, maybe want to hand it off to each other.
Plato says, I want to use Bob now. I don't want to use Dragon Strike anymore.
I mean, hey, sometimes one player's just feeling it more than the other.
Yeah. They're giving a lot of ulti charge over to UC Irvine here. Dragon use forward onto the ramp, but Boise State just dropped underneath it. So much damage. Get rid of Flux. Will it be used? I don't know. They're not onto the ground quite yet to use it, and they will actually... I think it's resourceful to be reserved with the ulti usage there.
Yeah, UC Irvine's doing a great job of that. The way that they've managed their resources is, once again, they're going to be facing Boise State with a clear ulti advantage. And Boise State's been swapping around a lot, so that means that they don't necessarily have ultimates, although it's always better to have the better comp than save it for an ultimate. So if the comp works out for them, then it's worth it.
I wonder if they're looking for the flanks here. Trying to be privy to that. It's hard to do so. Amplification makes it on the other side. Roberta Clutch is there, but so is the rally. Trying to keep things nice and healthy. The Wolf finally gets the immortality field, but isn't enough. Cal barely able to dodge the other Roberta Clutch. Moving forward, trying to get this last pick. Oh, and he finally do so with the gravity bomb. Moving the cart finally forward. Boise State will almost get the team kill. Sit on the cart. Move the cart. Push the cart. Don't forget the objectives, you know? That's the rule.
It's almost as if that's a key to the game.
That would be a large key to the game. Kermit the Frog here. Make sure to always stay on the cart. I hope we don't get copyrighted for that.
No, I hope we don't.
I mean, it wasn't.
Although if Boise State wins, you have to do the yay, okay?
The what?
You have to do insane yay, you know, the arm waving.
Yeah, of course, 100%. Bob's about to do something. No, never mind. It's just going to be Plato doing so many things. Shotgunning themselves forward in pressure. They are unrelenting and they want to push forward. It looks like they're playing Doomfist with a shotgun. That's a scary thing.
That's actually very scary. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight thanks to that image you placed in my head. Doomfist with a shotgun.
Yeah, that's nightmare fuel.
Well, Boise State now having the advantage, draining everything away from UC Irvine. It's a tall order for them. Just the fact that they would be able to take the third point here would put them in the lead, I would think, since the third point is very hard to take on Havana.
Yeah, this break is nigh impossible sometimes. Because this part right here leading up to the bridge, so long, so open, so dangerous. Much wow. Ooh. Boise State now sent back to the respawn point.
Oh, we're gonna have
40 seconds.
We're gonna have snipers everywhere here.
Yeah. Yeah. One hit kill equal good. Oh,
look at that.
Goblin's playing for keeps.
That's a sideline there.
My baddie has destroyed. Gravitic Plus will be used. Boise State will be taken down one by one. 3 members going by the wayside, and now Goblin. Well, this shot will find a return. You know, dying there I think is still worth it because you proved that you're the better Widowmaker. But
yeah, that's true.
2 minutes now on the clock. Boise State can't even get out of their own spawns without suffering some casualties.
Yeah, again, this is just the hardest section of the map right here. So
yeah.
any sort of mileage that they can get is going to be worth it.
So many ultimates being used here. Here comes the Dragons in the tight corridor, but the healing's there from the Transcendence. The Bongos will be a trade for 3 members of Boise State, not a large one at all. Boise State gets stuffed yet again. 125 on the clock for about 2 more fights maybe. Spawn advantageous to them, but
we've gone to a full mirror match now with Bagel swapping over to the Zen. This is full mirror.
Full on mirror, trying to maybe use that Transcendence for good.
Oh, gets a hit there.
Shooting the toes under the car as well. Up in the air. The amplification matrix shooting up at that angle is perfect for them. They don't have a shield. 300 health on the one for Sigma, but it's not going to last long enough. And Orisa will fall. The 2 tank members continue to get torn apart. And Goblin gets 1 hit here. Plato barely alive. Bagel and Chosen going to retreat as well. Bagel will be put in an early dirt nap for the moment. And Boise State has, I think, 1 more fight.
Right. Well, they did manage to push the payload a good bit more there, basically all the way up to the bridge here.
Yeah.
Light starts, but
protected. So much damage being given out, but Light will take out Goblin. The sniper battle continues to wage war on the health bars for these members. The second bomb now from the side of UC Irvine will be popped. Boise State trying to find any sort of pick, anything. Will not even be able to launch the Dragon. And unfortunately, that will do this for this portion for Boise State's offense. They will find themselves moving on over to defense.
Well, unable to take the third point, a tall task, but UC Irvine proven to be a good defense, and I think this is a very simple explanation for what happened, but I think UC Irvine just had the better snipers. I think they just did. They constantly got more picks against Boise State.
I think
and Boise State was Boise State was starting every engagement there one down because their snipers were so consistent.
That's fair.
But what's your is also
Torbjorn?
Of course.
Thoughts? It's possible, you know.
I don't think it's possible, Barrett.
It's radical, it's crazy, but it is possible.
It's also 10 p.m. right now, so
that's true. I hadn't even noticed. I noticed. I've noticed the whole time.
I'm just saying, you know, once it starts to get into these later hours, maybe a Torbjorn is more. I don't know. Just throw anything at the wall and see what sticks. You know what I mean?
If it wins, is it bad?
Well, I don't. But that's the big question. If.
That's true. That's not a Torbjorn. That's a Brigitte. That's a sniper. That's a sniper.
So Boise State not going for the close hold here.
No. Looks like they're posturing up on the second balcony.
Yep. Definitely looks like that. I'd say that's pretty well grouped together.
That is incredibly grouped together. Oh, disappointing on both sides. Almost a mirror match, but I think maybe the addition of the Discord orb is enough to maybe one-pop any sniper's target. So maybe that's the adaptation Boise State can use. I don't think Brigitte's very equipped.
Oh, there's the revenge, though, Goblin.
My barrier is destroyed.
Hey, that's the key thing that UC Irvine was able to hold Boise State, get that one pick to consistently put the other team at the disadvantage.
Right.
So Boise State can start doing that. And look at that dynamite.
Yeah, that dynamite's going to do some serious
and the room isn't closed as that.
Well, unless Plato dies, which they did.
And they're focusing down that orb of Discord very fast. Although the Accretion picks up one.
Yeah, the Accretion somehow finds one. Kel and Matt will finally fall. And now UC Irvine has a breakaway opportunity to get some crucial distance on the payload. They get this uncontested, I think.
Although the pace overall is slightly in favor of Boise State. Boise State didn't really stop at all on their first way toward this.
Slow this a bit. I wonder if even maybe considering a Mercy just for Resurrection's sake could be a choice for Boise State. Like a pocket Mercy for damage boosting? I don't know.
Well, it does look like Boise State is able to get back in time. Dash taking out Boise State's Immortality Field, though, is going to leave Matt Merck open to be picked out by Light, but fighting back from Plato and Goblin, they still have something to say about this fight, but Light and Mashiro, Light is insane on this Widowmaker.
Unbelievable. He's left uncontested. I mean, he's able to get those full 100% headshots without any sort of dive threat. And it's hard because you really can't afford to do dive. I mean, you can, but you can't. It's a risk. It's a risky thing to do. Gonna push this forward. Fighting so far ahead of the payload while just having the Zenyatta throw the orb passively on whoever's needed. Boise State trying to defend this. The bomb goes there, will be taken out. Gonna continue to find something here. Up in the air, they'll find an angle and they'll find a kill. Boise State turns 1 into 2, 2 into 3. And Bagel's now up in the mix, gets knocked up into the air, into the Immortality Field. A great placement there from the side of Chosen. They'll continue to hold this one out as the cart is now finally being pushed back.
It definitely seems like UC Irvine's their main advantage here is their sniper play, their long-range DPS play.
Yeah.
And once Boise State gets into this much more enclosed space, the factory here, I think this might be the reason why we see Boise State start to regain their footing.
Yeah, I mean, and also Brigitte's also a fantastic pick for that. You're incentivized to get up in the mix. Bob with the mix. I mean, this could be a huge opportunity. It's going to be who wants to be proactive first. Both teams on both equal footing control. Halt will be there. Doesn't do much in terms of grabbing anyone. Here comes the slab. Ooh, reaching yet again. Picks one. It picks up a Genji swap. The Honda ult is going to come out. Unfortunately for the rest of the team, Mashiro and dash along with Hell Judge will continue to pick up Boise State members. That Dragon Strike was just so much damage.
Does look like Goblin is able to get away at least and survive here. So it's going to be at least going for the soft reset here. Boise State is going to get one more team fight here, and I think UC Irvine basically used all they had here. All they're going to have is this Transcendence, so Boise State is definitely going to be in the advantage here. They're going to have 5 ultimates.
Yeah, Pert near. They got to contest this soon, though. It is just being pushed by one man, so the pace of the card itself is relatively slow.
Oh, no.
Eldred gets the full 6 orb into Plato's health bar. And here comes the rest of the damage. Kel, boosted by the bongo, trying to do as much damage as can. Infravision's there to gain information, but that is about it. Boise State is tucked in a cubby and cannot leave. They're just buying time for Plato to rejoin with the Bob. Nice. The 1v1 of the century, Orisa versus the Tiny Ninja Man. He's on fire. He got dynamited without expecting it. Nice play and return from Plato. You know, despite Boise State making through this part with relative ease, they've completely stopped UC Irvine in their tracks.
And I guess the one silver lining here is
Another dynamite, almost perfectly placed.
one silver lining is Boise State Plato got taken out so early that he didn't get to use Bob, but now Bob is going to be available for this fight, so might end up working for the Broncos.
Oh, he didn't dodge it. So much damage. Mashiro will find one, but on the backside, Boise State will find 2. Make it 3. Light's only 1 HP, but they can't find him. They finally track him down, and it's 4-2, and Boise State turns away another offense.
Ooh, they just have 1 minute left, and they're going to have the advantage here of seeing where UC Irvine is exactly with these infrared sights. They also have the advantage of the CC ultimate, so they can definitely control. If they can get UC Irvine all bunched up here, they can start off the engagement off right, because this is
scary though. Depending on where Light puts, depending on where Dash puts the Dragon Strike, Light will have a field day of just slashing through whoever he needs to with the Nano Blade. The true anime battle will commence here in just a moment.
the Shimada brothers combo.
The true Shimada combo. We don't get to see it very often.
The thing is, you can't use it if you're caught up in the gravitic flux. And there it goes.
It does not catch anyone. The halt was able to prevent things, but it does separate the fight. And Plato will find the backside, take out the immortality, take out the kill. They'll take out the bongo as well. Boise State continue to do as much damage as it can. Light is 1 HP, has yet to pop the nano, but he will be healed back up. The accretion will take out Goblin, and he's just 1% away from the bomb. He just needs to land one more shot here. Does he get it?
Or just on pure time? No,
he doesn't. The dash into the accretion will take out more. Boise State needs to hold on for as long as they can. They almost have a bongo of their own. Plato did get the final percentage from the ultimate, but quickly fell. Here comes the bongo. Here comes the rally. Boise State scrambling to get their more members back into the point. They're keeping the members from UC Irvine off of it. It's just the one diva here contesting with the Tracer to back it up. But Bob's here to do something that's going to be a lot of work. Boise State will find one. Light will find the punch, but lights are out for UC Irvine, and Boise State will take the second map.
Oh boy. Well, Plato finally got to use Bob. It took 2 team fights more than normal, but hey, it worked out.
Yeah, I wouldn't play the game.
I mean, there are some incredible accretions here that these Sigmas pulled out.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Let's go! Overwatch!
Well, I'm sure Boise State is more than happy, though, to have the win over the play of the game. Well, the Idaho Army National Guard brings you the top 5 plays of the match here. Yeah. And they invite you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. More than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. Idaho Army National Guard is one of the best teams to join out there. Reach out to them on Twitch at iGuard Gaming.
Okay.
So now we leave it up to UC Irvine to get the choice on Assault, which normally...
We already know what map it's going to be.
It's probably going to be Temple of Anubis.
It's going to be Temple of Anubis, baby.
Well, we'll see if Veritel's prediction is right. I would love on the other side of this break to tell him immediately he was wrong, but we'll just have to see. We'll be back after this break. We'll see if Boise State can close out match point. Find out after this.
NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. You're currently watching our coverage of NACE Collegiate Overwatch. Boise State is going up against the top team in NACE Overwatch. Boise State versus UC Irvine. In case you don't realize, it is 10:15 p.m. Right now, local time. So everyone's kind of getting a little loopy right now, but Boise State, their players can't get loopy because they got to win this as they're at match point. I'm your host, Jacob Jem Palmer, joined by Jared Baratel Castiglione. We still don't know the exact pick that UC Irvine is going to.
Temple of Anubis.
It's what's usually chosen, but sometimes see Hanamura too.
What would you choose otherwise?
The only other choice is Volskaya. I mean, we're not going to see Horizon or Paris, so.
Why not?
Because I think both of those are banned.
Yeah, Paris is.
We just
tough.
Yeah.
That map's tough to play.
It's so tough you're not even allowed to play it competitively.
You're not even allowed to play it. It's too tough.
Well, it's just too loaded to one side.
Yeah.
Temple of Anubis, your prediction worked out.
I have done it.
Now the only thing left is your tour prediction.
That will happen in due time, Jem.
In due time.
One prophecy at a time.
All right, one prophecy at a time. Well, right now, Boise State's at match point. They are looking to close out this match against UC Irvine. But it's been a tough team to go up against them, and whichever team has had choice of the stage has won it. So UC Irvine definitely feeling confident on this one. But Temple of Anubis is so regularly played in terms of Assault that it basically means Boise State is going to have a lot of practice on this map as well.
I think this is the most played competitive map in solo queue too for some reason. I always get Temple of Anubis.
Right.
And I always lose. Not because of me, but because of my teammates.
Of course.
100%.
See, you know what's going on. You know how this all works.
I played competitive games for a few years now. I understand.
Right now, Boise State, before they get into the match, I think one last peek at Doc's keys to the game wouldn't hurt. And those Doc's keys to the game in Overwatch is to understand your comp and play style, focus on each fight, get good ultimate value, objective is worth more than kills, and blame all your teammates, according to Baratel. Those are Doc's keys to the game, brought to you by Drop-In Gaming, the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you're new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop-In Gaming has the right games and competition for you.
Okay. Can I go there now?
Oh, I think I hear. I think I hear we're just about ready to load in.
Someone just opened a loot box?
I don't know. That might have been.
Open a loot box on stream? Is that allowed?
I don't know. That would be entertaining.
I'm sure the Observer account's got like a couple hundred.
Hey, you know what? There are streams where people just open loot boxes and people like to, you know.
Would you like to see that content? Like and subscribe for
the Boise State Loot Box Spectacular.
Make sure to follow the channel. Drop a subscription. If you have Amazon Prime, I'm kidding. Not going to get that loopy yet.
I don't know. We could do the old read we used to do for subscriptions.
Oh, that they sponsor scholarships?
Yes, that they do indeed sponsor scholarships. And
That's
if you
true,
have an
though.
Amazon Prime account, you can get a Twitch Prime account provided free of charge.
For free.
So there you go. I mean, add it with the cost of Amazon Prime.
Your
but
subscriptions fund scholarships.
thank you very much. Indeed, they do.
That is a very old read. I missed that read.
All right, here we go.
Let's go, Torbjorn. Torbjorn's actually bad on this map.
So even you recognized, even though you want to see him, you're like, in all fairness.
Also, is this like the new Hummer, this vehicle, this gigantic vehicle?
the new Hummer electric.
Yeah.
That vehicle better be electric. Oh my goodness, that thing looks like it gets terrible mileage.
Where do
But
you
of course, it
drive
has the power of the Murloc with it.
That's
which is
true.
always the best power you can have.
It is actually powered by Murlocs. That's the fuel. You grind them up.
I was thinking they're like on pedals inside. Like you got a bunch of Murlocs charging. Yeah. They're on little bikes charging it.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay. We see another Zarya, an interesting flex, and see Plato
Another changeover in team colors. Boise State's on red again.
Yeah, that messes me up mentally, but that's okay. We did have a swap. It's Maxwell and Plato this time. So much damage being given over. Gonna have to force a retreat, but the follow is there. The dive up in the air. Gonna be peppered by echo darts, if you will. The contest is there for a moment, but they're gonna go for the kills. Anna's gonna be left alone trying to dive off the side. Will do so and dive to their death. Chosen will pick it up with the spray and orb combo. And we see an echo from UCI Irvine just alone. Can't reset. Will be forced and actually take one out on Bagel's side.
This is a really
Hit the
good
one
start
tick.
by Boise State.
Great start halfway through second tick, and they're going to continue to force this off. Contesting is there, but now again, Matt's playing like a monkey possessed at the moment. Way different performance on this.
And they
this
take
Winston
it
than prior.
first go.
They take
Which
it.
is kind of the duality of Temple of Anubis. You know, either it's a complete steamroll or you're not allowed to play the game.
Or, yeah. Well, that's why this map's the best and also the worst. Duality in and of its enjoyment.
Well, this is going to be a tougher stage 2 to take, or the second point to take. Respawn's very close to the stage 2, so normally you kind of chip away at it one tick at a time.
This is actually really smart. I think Sombra pick here is incredibly intelligent because for point 2, you kind of exclusively have to fight on it, and EMP does so much damage, or has so much utility in that kind of small encapsulated space. But they have to get there first, I guess, is the caveat.
A lot of chip damage.
Chosen will be electrocuted.
Yeah, a lot of chip damage already forcing some healing out from Boise State, but a boop answered back is going to eliminate Light. Going to use the Primal, help them push on to port. They already almost have one tick. Can they get it, though?
No.
Oh, they're so close. They don't get it.
That was interesting. They forced UC Irvine to fight a weird fight off the point, and then they tried to sneak a tick. I kind of like that a lot, though. They have the EMP available. They also have self-destruct. Matt's going to switch on over to the Wrecking Ball. Plato's asleep. Will be obliterated. I didn't see Exodia there, but that's definitely what happened. You know you can turn 0 Exodia in the new Yu-Gi-Oh game?
Huh?
Sorry. Talking.
Oh, turn 0? Yeah. Oh, of course. You can always do that.
Always. That's legal.
Yep.
State has 3 ultimates, 4 ultimates to their name. Didn't they start with the sound barrier? No, they started with the EMP on the backside, and they're looking so much work. Unfortunately for them, UC Irvine has ultimates to respond with the sound barrier there. They are capping so much damage given out. That's 2 eliminations just by the wayside. They're going to continue to push forward. Chosen finding angles, finding anything. But the Graviton Surge will keep members up in the air.
Are you kidding me?
ET1 will turn things around for as much as they can. Boise State still struggling, has that self-destruct. Is able to pop it. Baby Diva's still alive. They push it off. And they still have yet to get the first tick.
Again, they go so close and it's taken away from them.
Oh, goodness.
This is the moment where I would just uninstall, because that's...
Oh. Yeah?
I mean, you get so close to the first tick both times and it's denied.
what? Does Kel just have self-destruct again?
I don't think he actually used it. I think he demaxed. Yeah.
It was Echo. My apologies.
All right, Boise State goes for their next attempt here.
Maxwell does have the pulse bomb. We've seen this do tremendous amounts of damage prior. They can't do so this time. Light will find the Chosen on the back end. Boise State just trying to garner some ulti charge for maybe a better prepared next fight. They're going to continue to push this advantage. Maxwell trying to dodge in and out. Finds the Reaper, dodging around. Chakra Blast is powerful. Reaper forms there, but he will be finally taken down by the Lucio right click. Plato will find something, 35% on his ultimate, trying to get that as quickly as possible to fight on this tiny island as well. The self-destruct will get Safrona, and one of the tanks, Mashiro, the premier player, will be taken out. Now it's going to be a heavy loss for UC Irvine. They have to buy as much time as possible. UC Irvine is back. Safrona's back as well. Valkyrie will be popped. Plato is getting to 76%, now 80. Diving in and out of this line of sight, trying to get the ultimate. No other ultimates being used. But Cal will find rockets on the PG-1. Could not get the shield self out in time. Still have yet to get that first tick. 2 minutes on the clock.
Oh my goodness, again.
Instantly reset here.
Oh, this is painful to watch. I'm having
Having a hard time.
I'm having a hard time watching this. I can't imagine for the Broncos.
You know, I understand.
They had over 5 minutes.
If you haven't liked what you've seen so far, Jim, I encourage you to turn away, because there is a Graviton Surge Death Blossom combo on the horizon. Yep. So avert your eyes if you're easily squeamish or don't like gore. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about to get deep-sea in here.
Yeah, Boise State, the only thing they're going to have is they might have minefields so they can clear people off. But yeah, the combo is all set up for UC Irvine. And right now, UC Irvine, that's the pick that Boise State was looking for that takes the Death Blossom out of the equation.
They have to be privy that they only have a few seconds of advantage here. Here comes the engage. Reaper form into the ultimate.
Oh,
into
there
the
it is.
Will he find one? He will, but will he find a second one? No, the damage will be blocked by the pillar. He'll find the Echo. He might find the other Reaper. No, he was nano boosted and boosted up. So much damage in the return. Reaper ult is going to be huge for Light. Boise State accosted so much into that fight, and they will be left with maybe one more.
I mean, Boise State had over 5 minutes going into turn B, the second part of this map, and just has been repeatedly denied again and again by UC Irvine. The only benefit is that UC Irvine used just about everything there, so maybe Maxwell can start this off right with the pulse bomb, maybe clear the way for Boise State to charge on.
It's going to go full send, I think, or something similar to it. The 5 seconds.
Oh, no. Well, okay, a chance.
With the rewind, can it get it? He got taken out, but they're still contesting. There's still members on the board. Plato's still full health, trying to find something. The Reaper forms here. He's going to go for a 1v1 on this other Reaper from the Echo, but they managed to get their own Death Blossom in such quick fashion. Boise State will be turned yet again away from the point.
Woo. One of the fastest takes I've seen turns into one of the longest holds I've seen from UC Irvine.
Jim?
Yes?
I think your worst nightmare is coming to fruition.
I know. I was saying to Baratel, I was saying to him earlier, if this ends on a tie, I'm gonna be done with everything right now. It very well could be that. It has been a long day. And this is just the...
If anyone wants to bring some like hot tea with some honey to the arena, you know, that'd be swell.
Quadruple espresso shot would be nice.
I just need something for the throat. I can keep going energy-wise, but my throat's tearing up.
I know. I'll take the team fights for you right now.
No, we're fine. It's all good. If I don't give it 110%, who am I? It's because these fights are just too hyphy.
Well, Boise State, I mean, it isn't uncommon to hold a team before the first point at Temple of Anubis, so it isn't out of the realm of possibility, but that's really the only way Boise State could win.
Yeah, it's a pretty tall order.
Once this first point is taken, the best Boise State can do is a tie, which is a very demoralizing thought.
Yeah. Havarissa, and again, the Brigitte I like. So long as UC Irvine does not have snipers, which it does not appear that they do. We see the May.
Wow, it's the
Okay.
first time. Okay.
Not a Torbjorn, but pretty dang close.
I mean, it's kind of an odd choice considering where Boise State is positioned right now.
Yeah.
Well,
But
no,
that
I
Blizzard-
suppose.
that Blizzard's
Yeah.
so strong against Reaper, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
And just the fact that May doesn't have any diminishing returns on her freeze is kind of nuts. to
And
me.
she does have that right click, so
Yeah.
that can be aimed too. So I suppose May, yeah, does do pretty well. Can do pretty well on range.
You have ice block for self peel till your team can get there. Like, I think May's actually a great choice here. Not as good as Torbjorn, but that's okay.
Oh, using the dynamite in midair to try to take out the Far Mercy. And UC Irvine is kind of splitting Boise State up here. They're all over the place.
Yeah. Shotguns aplenty. Maxwell needs to be on just 100% A game. But with that being said, they have yet to ice wall, and I think, you know, holding ice wall.
Oh,
for
that's a
perfect
big
amount-
ice
yeah,
wall.
huge. Holding ice wall for situations like that.
How did he get away?
I don't know. I'm not sure, but they didn't though, because Light still died.
Yeah, that's still one pick there.
It's one pick.
Right now, the copy is going to go out, it sounded like. Actually, no, it didn't. There goes the nano boost, though. But Mash is going to get frozen and mowed down by Cal. Matt Burke now pushing a lot of damage onto PG1 with both tanks gone.
This May wall is actually huge for Boise State. It's blocking so much damage like a real shield, but then in an instant it can also be used to make great opportunities for picks.
Well, now Boise State is pretty loaded up on
Yeah,
everything.
and Mashiro continues to dive forward, anticipating being able to be backed up, but this wall's completely snuffing that out.
I mean, that's the one.
That's the whole point.
Against a May, that's a very risky proposition, just diving
Pop the
forward,
ball
hoping
just
your
for
team.
safety. I think they pop Blizzard as well. Blizzard on the main engage point. They do have the pharmacy back there, if you will, with the Echo.
Yeah, that's something they've consistently done, is try to use this Far Mercy from the side to split up the Broncos. But right now, the Broncos get the first pick. Self-destruct brought out. Kel is going to remech after it. Right now, still a hold from the Broncos. This is a great effort for them.
Yeah,
Just
the more
about
they take out
everything
the clock,
used by
the better.
UC Irvine. Boise State's only going to have the rally to try to survive, and the Immortality Field does its
Oh my
job in
gosh,
eating
that's
up
so
that
smart.
self-destruct. Bagel's going to take out the copy.
Dash will get one with their own self-destruct. Here comes the nano boost as well up in the air. Going to be on the Winston. Again, he can be frozen if need be. Safrona goes for the resurrect, and this is a huge thorn in Boise State's side, but they're dealing with it so well. They keep isolating these targets, and the call-outs are huge. They're sending back UC Irvine with less than a minute left, maybe 1 or 2 fights. If they can stagger this Tracer, that would be huge, but they cannot get the final curtain call on
There's
her health
probably going to
bar.
be one more full team fight left.
Oh my gosh.
And Boise
Plato
State
just needs
has
to stay
positioned
alive.
themselves to have more than UC Irvine.
Plato just needs to stay alive and get this final bob here, and they can turn it away. We see 93% on Maxwell as well. The Blizzard's
They're so
almost
close.
online.
They're going to drop the
Bongo.
supercharger first, push a lot of damage onto UC Irvine. Can they win this? The Primal Rage is used in response to get and push that supercharger out of the way. Will they be able to freeze UC Irvine in their tracks? The freeze does go on. He's
Oh
right
my
in the
gosh,
corner.
it's so strong.
But PG1 is going to be
backside.
the only thing Boise State can show
They're on the
for it
point.
right now. Bob has already been used by Plato. Oh, they have to hold him here. Kel can clear them out, though, at least buy some time for Boise State if he manages to throw it out onto the point.
Are they gonna, okay,
Yeah, there it is. Oh, it actually picks up
Actually
one.
picked up the healer. No anti-healing, no sleep dart,
Yeah.
nothing like that. Bagel's still keeping himself alive as well. The contest is here from Valkyrie. They cannot let this resurrect go through. Nice stun here from Bagel in a time when they need it the most. Dash will find one, but Boise State continues to send the reinforcements, preventing the final tick from going through. They're still contesting it. But I think finally UC Irvine will break this. 3 minutes to get this first tick on the point
There's
B.
no hope left in the world.
Don't do this to me.
No,
Don't
please.
say that. Don't give up hope.
Boise State.
Hopium, okay?
They led us on for so long, only
Let's
to.
hopium it up. Hopium it up. That's all we need is some hopium. Oh, God.
They're gonna throw out the The self-destruct, split Boise State off the point. Cal still gets an early pick. Spongo is going to be thrown down by Matt, but this is pretty well in the favor of UC Irvine. It's not a tie, but it just as well might be if UC Irvine gets one more tick here.
It's just going to be Matt right now defending. Bob's available. Nice headshot. Will be on Sephrona, so the resurrection will be gone. Pocket Mercy will be gone as well. Nice shotgun to blast the Winston away, but can he do anything about Light? Light's just so much damage. Take out Hell Judge, but is it for anything? Boise State on the point. The Blizzard's here. Not be able to catch up anyone.
Are you kidding me?
Is actually able to get full clear. They do have the rally. They'll soon have the amplification matrix. In tandem, on the other side of things, UC Irvine will have their own pulse bomb and a nano to boot. If Boise State lets loose this Light one more time with the nano boost on them, it's going to be hard to come back from it. The sleeping dart, the stagger is going to be huge here.
Using the missiles to finish him off. UC Irvine pushing back to the point, although the other members aren't on their point, and since the respawn's so close, I think, yeah, Cal can just respawn here. We do see Light is going to try to flank them. How good is Boise State's call-out's going to be? They are able to take out Mashiro, and Bagel uses the rally help keeping the Broncos alive. They only have 1 minute left to hold here.
Bagel just left clicking to eternity, trying to keep themselves and their teammates alive. So far being able to do so. The explosion from the TNT underneath the guise of the immortality field will keep them alive. And this could be the final fight for the series, Gem. UC Irvine has plenty of resources. PG1 near ultimate, dash near ultimate.
It's not going to be the final fight for the series. Because if UC Irvine wins, we go to a game 5. If they lose, we have a tie.
Well,
that's why everyone loves Assault so much, is the ties.
So fun.
Well, there's only one chance left here for Broncos to hold. That's a very crucial dynamite onto Dash. UC Irvine's going to start this. Oh, that's a huge shot from Plato!
Oh my gosh, he's playing possessed.
And now he can just throw
7 seconds.
He can just throw the bomb out.
Hi.
They C9'd it!
Unbelievable.
It ended in a tie. Oh.
We were going to game 5 anyway, Jem.
And we could go to a game 6.
Pog.
Oh, well, what a hold by Boise State, though. And that is a nice Death Blossom. So now the game still resides 2-1. One of the key sponsors, Boise State Esports, is the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. More than 10 jobs offering $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. Idaho Army National Guard is the best team to join out there. Reach out to them on Twitch at iGuard Gaming.
Yeah.
I think Baratel just threw that out just to help stay alive on desk right now, just staying awake. Because we're heading to Control next. Boise State's still at match point. This just makes the inability for them to capture that first tick even more of a pain because they were so close.
Yeah, that's true.
If they had gotten that first, shoulda, woulda, coulda. We're just going to have to head on to game 5. We'll take a short break, be back with it, so stay with us.
That sounds so defeated.
I mean, they've stayed with us for so long, so stay with us a little bit more.
Yeah.
NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back to the Boise State Esports Arena. You are watching Boise State head up against UC Irvine in NACE Overwatch. And if my voice is sounding a little bit more deflated than normal, it's because we just got finished on Assault and it ended in a tie. So we're still 2-1, Boise State at match point. They're going to be looking to end it in control. I'm your host, Jacob Jem Palmer, joined by Jared Baratel Castiglione. And Baratel, now we know the stage that's going to be used. It's going to be Nepal that's brought out.
Oh, yeah.
And this was interesting. We were kind of talking with our own Gob from Boise State, and he was saying he was feeling pretty good about Nepal because we saw the May be brought out last time.
Yeah.
And the line of thought is that Boise State plays Brawl a little bit better.
Yeah,
so.
That's true. Also, if this goes by the wayside, we can see a Game 6.
This
isn't just reminding you.
You know, you're a great co-caster, but I really dislike you for the next 10 seconds for saying that. Well, right now we are going Boise State versus UCI, and it really is no surprise, though, seriously, that it's gone this long, because we were setting up at the beginning of the night. This is the top two teams in the West Division for NACE Overwatch, and so it really is kind of expected that both these teams would give each other such an extensive run for their money. And the good news is, though, still, too, is even though, you know, it was a draw in Anubis, that still gives Boise State 2 more chances to win here. So it's not going to – they still have a chance after this one, although I think they should play to win here and just close this up.
I agree.
Well, we're just about ready to head into the final match tonight. Or it could be the final match, unless it heads on even longer.
Mystical powers are too strong to say anything with certainty.
But, yeah, Boise State, I have no doubt that they are ready to go. And to help them get ready to go, we have Doc's keys to the game in Overwatch. That's to understand your comp and play style, focus on each fight, get good ultimate value, and your objective is more important than kills. Doc's keys to the game brought to you by Drop-In Gaming, the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. You can play to win cash and prizes on your favorite games through paid and free entry matches. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at dropingaming.com.
All right. I'll go.
Ready to head into Overwatch game number 5. Boise State versus UCI. Boise State still leading 2-1 at match point. So we are going to have to see how things turn out.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's any other strength Boise State could bring out considering the map choice of Nepal?
Yep.
You know what? I shouldn't have asked you because you're just going to use any excuse you can to bring out Torb.
Goblin agrees with me, and he's great. So
okay. So you're going to...
No?
I mean, there are some opportunities for environmentals
Yeah,
here,
I was going to say
considering
maybe adapting to the whole Orisa Roadhog thing. They already showed that they're comfortable with the Lucio, so that could be an option. It does work on, like, what, 2 out of the 3, right?
Right.
For Nepal? Maybe.
Well, as we're ready to jump in here, we might actually have some replays to look at the long road that has led us here. Yeah, I know. Oh, my goodness. It feels like an eternity ago going back to Legion. I know. Well, this is what started things off in Boise State. It looked like they weren't going to win here because UC Irvine, once they captured the point here at above 80% charge, it looked like they had it closed out, but Boise State found a way to return.
This right here,
and this rip tire, I know.
Sneaky rip tire was just Giga Brain.
Yeah, they didn't know where that rip tire was. It goes flying right past MASH and takes out PG1. This was such an exciting start to the night.
Yes, and since then, the energy has been same
like
level for the entire night. I love this. The just Matt, like, drives forward, backs up, drives forward again, and then backs up to safety.
I mean, it's almost like I wonder if he drives a manual transmission car.
Yeah,
just the way he was shifting
Maybe,
gears
I
so
think
much there.
With how Boise State.
Oh, this was the one that should have been player of the game because got a quadruple, but instead it decided to give it to a triple. I'm still never going to understand how that happened, but Boise State just all bunched up, fell prey to the pulse bomb. And that's how UCI tied it up to get their win here. But Boise State rallied back hard on Havana.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they were able to clutch us out in this factory area without letting it go towards
and this
the
was
castle at all.
This was one of the reasons why Plato, he charged up this bob but was picked off the last 2 times and for 2-hole engagement wasn't able to use it. And this, we were just talking about, this could be the deciding factor for Nepal. Was Maxwell on the pick for the May here? Did such a great job.
Great on Nepal as well, to be honest. If it's not something they're considering, they may consider it. They should, maybe.
Yeah, considering Boise State tried so hard to get at least 1 tick and wasn't able to get it, only to hold UC Irvine perfectly here. It has led all up to this, and we're ready to jump in right now to
this
Nepal.
is the last one.
Hopefully. Because I
make some stew, man.
I have never done a Game 6 on Overwatch, and I don't intend to start tonight. So.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be a nice accolade to have? Has done Game 6 series before.
I don't know. I don't know if I really want that achievement.
Has done best of 5.
It's not worth the gamer score. Okay, it's not worth it.
I gotta get that achievement. I gotta get that 100%.
Yeah, the 100%. Yeah, that's true. All right. I don't know. Sometimes being a completionist means you're a glutton for punishment.
So I have that under my bucket list for casting is cast a best of 5 6 game series. And then underneath that is cast underwater.
Okay. I mean, both of those sound just as appealing to each other. So here we go. On to Nepal. Boise State versus UC Irvine. Boise State still at match point right now. Will they be able to close it out?
I love it. We see the first map that does not have environmental disaster.
yeah, just what we were trying to hype up for Boise State.
All right, so that changes things. I think Reaper's still strong here. May still can be considered because it blocks off half of the point. You can Blizzard on point for defense. Junkrat's also good.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me?
You're kidding me.
What?
Well, this broadcast has it all, baby.
Of course, there are technical difficulties right now, but we'll just iron those out.
What else on the list? What else on the checklist can we take off?
I don't know, because it's been a little bit of everything right now.
A draw.
That is almost too perfect. You could not have written it better than that.
Yeah, this feels scripted, actually.
Oh my goodness!
What have I done for this? Am I atoning for something?
I don't know. Maybe my karma just built up really badly in one direction.
Every time I haven't held a door for someone in the past 6 years this is what I'm paying right now.
I mean, we were ready. Everyone on stage was ready. They were getting themselves in the zone, yelling to each other. Let's go!
Let's try something coordinated. Production. Can we go back to the stage real quick?
Thank you.
Players, can you hear us?
No.
Wave at the camera, boys. Smile and wave. Can we get a dab?
Oh, there we go.
Can we dab it up?
Hey, there we go.
All right, Pog. Thank you.
He's just trying to find anything at this point to keep him going.
Yeah.
There we go. Looks like
is.
we're still in good spirits right now. Looks like it's actually a pause that's been brought out.
We
so
them boys. Holla, holla. Something
we'll
like
just
that,
have
right?
to wait.
Is that what the youth says?
Is
We
that
them
what
boys?
is that what the
Don't they say gang, gang or something, too?
Yeah, when
I
they
don't know.
listen to that newfangled flip-flop music.
I want to listen to the song that goes, Bee Boo Boo Bop.
No, man, you're thinking of bee boo boo bop boo boo bop.
Boo Boo Beep.
See, you're a man of culture. I appreciate
If
that.
you don't do SpongeBob references, what are you doing with your life?
I mean, really, what else have you not done with your life? Hey, Nano,
Probably
transfer your call. All righty. Well, we're just
Hi, how
waiting
are you?
for this to jump back in right now. Just sometimes is what happens here on Nepal. What's very interesting about Nepal, though, is that this has been a stage that has really kind of been the summit, if you will, the climax for a lot. This is what Boise State won against UNLV in the Mountain West Championship.
Okay.
This was the one in which they finally got the win. I was there.
Oh.
So I should know, unless my memory's really screwy. So this has been the
delirious.
stage for Boise State to kind of close things out on.
I really feel like you're manifesting, or at least trying to, and I respect you for it. But that's cool. I mean, if that's the case, and this is like this whole everything leading up to this has been like the Rocky preparation montage,
Right.
and this is them getting to the top of the stairs.
Although
but
this would be the equivalent if he almost got to the top of the stairs, but then tripped on the last step because we have this weight
and
here.
he fell down a little bit.
Yeah,
now he's
yeah.
got to climb back up.
Okay, it looks like we actually have a substitute that's
that
being
allowed?
brought in at the last moment for UCI.
Judge?
Well, you know what? It's allowed right now.
Because if it's not, then the game's over, right?
You know, it is what it is. So
That's
see, this is what I was
true.
talking about earlier. UCI is in the Pacific time zone, and we're in the Mountain time zone. So it's later for us than it is for them.
yeah. It's only like 10. For
It's only 9:51 there, but it's almost 11 here, 10:51.
Oh, we go.
All right, here we go. Boise State versus UCI. Hopefully the final match here. Boise State still at match point, looking to get the win here on Nepal. We'll see if they can do it.
Wait, the map's different.
No, it's the same.
Is it?
It is the same. See, you're the one who's delirious. You're the one getting delirious right now.
Get tricked, dude.
All right, here we go.
So they subbed out a DPS, which is kind of scary.
Yeah, the question is who are they bringing in?
It better be his brother, Flash, or Splash, or Rash,
Excal.
who's a somber main, by the way.
We'll just have to see. Boise State just charges
sticking with
right
the May,
onto the
baby.
point. They're going to stick with the May.
They said they do want to brawl, and this is exactly what they want to do here. Yes, the hack's out onto the May, not able to do anything. Well, he can still do the left click freezing, so that's really not that good to go for May target.
Yeah, can't use the wall for the next few seconds. Bagel's now going to get hacked.
Isolated.
There's a huge wall. He
Okay.
jumps out of the way, though.
Finds himself to safety.
That is a huge anti-nade. Look at that. That goes on to 4 members of Boise State.
Yeah.
And their health bars are just going to crumble because of that Bagel eliminated by Light. But thanks to Maxwell, we are still at 5v5. As both these teams are fighting for the point. Boise State so close in claiming
Play
it.
goes at full charge on this left click, too. There goes one elimination for them. Taking out Mashiro. Find themselves back on the point.
Oh, that is such a good wall.
That's exactly what they want to do. They want to keep going for these picks, and UC Irvine thinks that this is the answer to the May, but it's not. Yes, you can't use the wall, but the freeze is still available on repeat.
I mean, it does seem like what we were predicting is the May wall, the May and Boise State's brawl ability being the difference might very well be the case here.
And these turrets, although they aren't doing a lot of damage, they're doing uncontested damage because UC Irvine does not have time to take away their reticles from crucial targets. Nice dive. Chosen will be dived by the Primal Rage as Mashiro may have been eliminated earlier last fight, but not down and out of the count yet. Exco will find one and the Immortality Field. Bagel trying to do some what they can, trying to speed things up, healing, or will be here. Nice wall to take one out. Another one on the backside too. Boise State will fall. Cal's mech will be destroyed here. They're still looking for another Maywell opportunity. The purple grenade is out yet again. Light goes for Chosen, takes that out, but Supreme will fall in tandem. This Tracer is doing so much work, but they can only be annoying, and they have yet to contest this point.
There we go. Boise State is already past 50% here. These pull spots from UC Irvine. What is even with this right now? Boise State is going to throw out the Blizzard to try to stop them as Bagel tries to keep the other members alive. Wow, look at that. Maxo and Matt Merck turning it around. Another great wall, but Boise State is going to have to settle for 66.
66% on the first grab, not too bad. Oh, what a nice shatter! Holy cow! Matt coming back with the force. I love Reinhardt.
And he can definitely do his job a lot better when the Maywall is used in conjunction.
True.
You just swing your hammer. You're a happy armored German guy.
Is he actually that tall? There's no way, right?
I have no idea.
Is he German? Yeah, he's German.
Well, past 80%. This is just in one final fight territory. UC Irvine has to win this. If Boise State wins, they've got the first stage here. Proton Barrier is going to go out, as well as Amplification Matrix. UC Irvine just holding on FJ thing. They used the Graviton Surge and the Maywell.
Oh my gosh, they just froze them off!
They didn't even get onto the point. Boise State gets it.
Hey, UC Irvine, have you seen Doc's Keys of the Game?
The objective is more worth it than kills.
I don't know if you guys knew this. You're a pretty good team, so I'm going to assume that you do know this. If you're not on the point, you actually can lose the game.
That indeed looks like it might be the situation.
I mean, no discredit.
This was a huge shatter.
Just saying, like, they just Gandalf that point, right?
I know, yeah.
You shall not pass thing. No! No environmental disasters.
No, we're not.
You know, Nepal's a great map.
It is.
A lot of damage you can do just by knocking them off the map, unless you get 2 of the 3 that don't have any of those. There is technically one, but it's over to the right.
Everyone's losing their edge
They're
right now.
keeping the May because that is what's working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, it does seem like that's the thing that's really putting them above and beyond UCI right now.
This is so synonymous to last semester, right? This was like the Bronco comp. They wall.
Yeah, the wall and maul.
Yeah, the wall and maul. There you go.
Here we go. Boise State looks like they get on to point first, and by getting on to point first, they're going to have the benefit of putting up all those Symmetra
I love the
turrets.
for this particular reason.
Yeah, I know.
You just say, no,
we're closed. We're closed.
We're closed for business.
The party ended a while ago.
You did not RSVP enemy team. Sorry.
Boise State already getting a good amount of charge here on this point. They're going to throw down their mortality field. They are very well set. I mean, hey, if you're able to just shut off one point completely, you know. Well, it looks like they're trying to. Mashiro with that Primal Rage is going to push Boise State. They throw the wall up again. He has to go the other way around.
Oh my gosh. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200, Mashiro. You are sent directly to jail.
I mean, Bagel, yeah, he's the only one to get a pick there, but overall, Boise State at least getting 45%.
Yeah. 45%, nice chunk. And they can easily just do that again. Now, yes, the Doomfist could be a problem. Has a lot of mobility, hard to track down, still can get walled. What I wonder, though, is if Light can continue to get ultimates, Meteor Strike will destroy Boise State.
Boise State just use that Photon Barrier get right onto point, and they just can hide behind that and just say, I'm sorry, Bob, you don't get to play right now. There goes a nano-boosted Winston right onto the point. Bashiro picking up Plato and Maxwell. Is not going to be easy for Boise State to unlodge UC Irvine. They're going to try to keep it going, though, with that sound barrier the rally's used in response. Mashiro already building up the Primal Rage again.
Yeah, that's impressive. Mashiro's really doing a fantastic job being this necessary aggressive frontliner, and Light is actually popping off on this Doomfist.
And the thing that really concerns me, actually, is the Graviton Surge that's available.
Yeah. Graviton Surge with
Because
Meteor,
they're going to have
Meteor
the
Strike.
combo.
That's true. Sound Barrier, well, it's not close, but Sound Barrier can mitigate that damage if it's...
Well, they're not close at all.
immortality.
Well, Boise, if they weren't 85% away from the sound barrier, it would probably be more of an option.
Meteor Strike here, going to come down right onto the Reinhardt, going to be frozen up immediately. Here comes the Blizzard! Freeze, don't move, and you'll be sent directly back to a spawn. Maxwell actually baits one in. No, he'll actually vet one into his demise, as the enemy Brigade will take him out. Kel gets booped back, has the destruction.
Boise State actually managed to steal the point away from UC Irvine and is getting some ult and charge for it as well.
It will fall. They're still contesting this, still getting necessary charge. They're trickling in.
I like it.
Bagel dying here. They will finally... Oh, no. They still have Matt.
Oh, Matt is still on the point.
Now we'll tick back over to 70s. It's a pretty close
they
one,
get one more fight here. But they can't take Mashiro out. I mean, he is just finding a way to keep on surviving.
Yeah, they somehow have to... He's being very conscientious of when he monkey dives, because in the past, so far dealing with the May, he's dove in and then get walled out, or walled in for death. Primal Rage has been popped. Looking for angles, he's going to dive over. Finds so much space and time. Oh my gosh, Plato gets instantly destroyed.
Oh, Maxwell steals it!
They do steal the point. They have Matt as well there, but it's only for a few pressure.
Oh,
only for a few percentage.
Oh. Yeah, now Boise State, I don't think they can. No, they can't.
They cannot. So to be tied.
Oh, I had
This will be
such
do or
hopes.
die.
Yeah.
Or do or continue to play.
Or we go to the game 6, like you were saying.
It's an accolade I would love to have.
Alrighty, 1-1.
That means that we get to see environmental disaster.
Yes, you finally get your wish. We
This is
finally
good.
move on.
You know how you can kill Mashiro?
Oh, and Bagel's on the Lucio immediately.
Yeah, 100%. They also have the Orisa as well.
Alrighty.
They stick
Boise
with the
State
May,
again.
though. I think May's still good here.
I think they should. Yeah, she'd be very good in this. It's just much more enclosed. You're
or
much more
Junkrat.
vulnerable.
Junkrat would be insane.
You know,
especially with
Boise
Plato's
State's been
hands.
good on the Junkrat.
Yeah, Plato pulls out a Junkrat here. That could be huge.
Just have to see. Looks like they're initially going to go for the teleport, and he swaps over. Is going to bring out the soldier.
Okay.
Interesting.
More damage to capitalize on freeze targets, I guess.
Oh, and Bagel does a swap over here too. Is actually going to go on to Brig. I guess they are going for the full brawl here.
Yeah, they're meeting with Brawl. The Nana boost is going to be huge here. They do have the Immortality Field, although not sure of the interaction with Meteor Strike. Does Meteor Strike kill Immortality Field first?
I think the Immortality Field would eat that up.
Yeah,
but don't quote me on that.
You're being quoted.
It's way too late for me to be considered reliable in these matters right now.
Gosh,
Plato, wow, look at Light.
The full combos from Doomfist.
But it looks like Boise State has been able to answer that back. They'll get the point first here.
They will definitely start getting this crucial percentage. But what's so interesting is the Doomfist continues to be a character that Boise State struggles against.
That is interesting, an interesting point. It has been something that's been brought out a lot against the Broncos.
The Amplification Matrix is here. Again, one of those faster charging ultimates. Bongos will be soon the next one.
Next Cal was the only one to really survive last time, so can take this more flanky route against Boise State. Right now, Chosen is going to use the Amp Matrix, try to fire through it. Rally brought out by Bagel, a lot of healing and health, now back toward the Broncos. Right now, some chip damage here and there, but both teams are kind of at full health.
This is so cool because they can't really, I mean, UC Irvine needs to have their own Maywall here to defend while they get themselves onto the point. Bongo will be dropped, damage will be given, Nano Boost is going to be able to be dropped. Probably on top of Light. Oh, he'll get dangerously close to dying. Here comes the Nano Boost for the full heal. He'll be buffed up, and the Meteor Strike will be buffed as well.
Oh, see there. Okay, there's the answer to your question. It does eat it up. See the Meteor
Okay.
Strike.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So that's not something you can just sit in and pretend that you'll be okay.
No, oh, no. He will. Yeah.
You'll die.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, he punches through it.
Okay, 2 ultimates. They'll have,
But
they'll have Primal with
It wasn't as much charge as they got the first time, but more than they got the last time.
Yeah, this is this is more than Boise State got less than they got the first time, more than they got the second time. 58-20. They're gonna try and flip this.
Oh, look at Light there. Can they? He can't get away, and he gets away, and he's able to take out Plato.
Chargers out too. You're gonna have the Blizzard on self to fight this. They're gonna go into the corridor, try to wall things out. Immortality field to keep things alive for a moment. The Blizzard's there, but there's no damage to follow up. Plato barely shooting through the arches, but cannot get themselves there in time.
Oh, Plato, can you get away? Did you go? Okay, yeah, he can. Okay. A wave over, but that's not a stagger that Boise State wants.
No, it was a really inopportune time to use Blizzard. I understand that your back's against the wall, and you had to try and get yourself to safety, but without having the damage to follow suit, and with Maxo dropping there, Plato couldn't get himself to target the characters that were frozen. It's a little bit too hasty.
Oh, that's a huge shatter there. The Doom can't get away. He's going to use the Meteor Strike, actually, to get away. And there goes the visor out from Plato, but with the anti-nade, he gets mowed down. Self-destruct, not getting anyone from UC Irvine. They now bring out the Nano Boost. Boise State's also going to get hit with the Sleep Dart.
So much. They're trying to freeze so bad.
Oh, I don't know if... No, they can't get... They don't have enough time to get back as a full team.
Oh, boy.
It looks like it's going to turn out that way. Unless the Broncos can get to the point here. Matt Merck swapping over to the Wrecking Ball to try to get there in time.
Max is on the Tracer as
well.
No,
they bump him away. Oh, who got on the point? Oh, no. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Oh, my God.
They're cutting it so close here.
Bob is in there in the cubby, defending the cubby solo.
Look at Chosen there. That's a clutch play. Oh, they managed to get it.
Unbelievable. He can't heal. Nice Reaper form, get himself back to the point, back to defense. 59%. Dying here is catastrophic for Plato. Trying to get that ultimate to continue to defend. Has another Reaper form on lockdown. He doesn't get stunned by the Doomfist first.
Just going to wait for them to go through here.
They have the Nano Meteor Strike again.
I know. This Boise State is going to have to fight their soul out here because they do not have anything that's even close. They have this Death Blossom maybe, but he's still at 70%. There it gets brought out. The Brick was so low on health, and Plato evens it up. Still a chance here. It's going to go to 99-99.
They're off the point. They're on it now. It's contested. Overtime's here.
Oh, right when you need it.
Twice. And the bubble's going to be huge.
Oh. Oh, Maxo trying to make a play here.
Dying. They're dying. Everyone's dying.
Yeah. Oh, it is mashed that again. Because Boise State can't get rid of the Winston, he just continues to be a problem on point. And they... Oh.
Oh.
We are going to a game 6. Of course we are.
Play of the game.
And PC1's going to get player of the game for that one. And this is one of the times when I've actually seen a Graviton Surge actually itself get the elimination. So that's kind of interesting.
Does that do damage?
Well, apparently it does. So now you know.
Yeah, you're right.
Boise State is always looking for new talent in Overwatch, League of Legends, Rocket League, and production. Top talent, along with good grades and eligibility, can increase your chances as well. Go to boisestate.edu/esports for more information. Well, it had to go all the way to this.
It wouldn't be what it is.
We get the achievement now, though. We do.
Whoa, we have double our hands up there. See? Look.
Oh, yeah. I see it now. Thanks for pointing that out. That was really pertinent information for my everyday life.
Whatever keeps me awake, man.
Whatever keeps us awake. Well, we hope you stay awake with us.
Yeah.
But this is going to be the last break. This is the last one. Yeah, this is the last one. We'll be back, okay? We'll be back.
Promise.
NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. It has been quite a series between Boise State and UC Irvine. Everything involving a tie to going here to a Game 6. Boise State is going to face off with UC Irvine in Oasis to have a winner finally determined. And right now, Boise State going up against the top team of UC Irvine. I'm your host, Jacob Jem Palmer. Baratel's just doing whatever he can to stay awake right now. And we are bringing you all of the Overwatch action tonight.
Oh, yeah.
As we head over to Oasis. And this was kind of this might be a problem because we were talking so much about how much Boise State wanted to use the Brawl, but the May isn't as good an option for them here.
No. Also, I think they just got out-brawled.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, so maybe, in fact, it's a good thing. Like, if
Yeah.
Boise State didn't win UC Irvine in terms of the Brawl, maybe something that isn't as Brawl conducive. I don't know. I'm willing to try anything at this
I
point.
think Fair is good here. Pharmacy, maybe? Junkrat's kind of like a hidden gem here for Boise State, especially with Plato in. By the way, we have a substitution.
Yes, we do. Goblin has been brought back in
For
to
Maxwell.
replace, Maxwell.
Round one. Capture the objective.
We'll see no change. We'll see the Cole Cassidy again. Still Brawl comp for Boise State, but they'll swap to the Orisa for a little bit more beef, I think.
Right now, throwing down the shields. Meanwhile, look at Light there taking a very aggressive flank. Looks like two members of UC Irvine. They're actually trying to collapse in on the Broncos here. The Broncos making their, that's a pick you want because Mashiro has been able to stay on the point for so many times. Seems whenever he survives, he manages to keep the fight going and take the point back for UC Irvine. So eliminating him first off is a great start.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of taking the point back, though, UC Irvine gets right back on the point.
Can't find themselves an angle.
It's another
I think
great
it's just a
anti-nade.
stall. Yeah, these anti-grenades are just really, really good.
Oh,
Start
gets
at
hit
the
with the
perfect
sleep
time.
dart.
That will wipe out Boise State for a reset here. First possession will go to UC Irvine.
Well, overall, Boise State only got 23% there, so
Yeah.
they're going to be heading into this. They didn't do too well in terms of ultimate charges either.
Whoa, don't look at that.
They're only going to have the amp matrix, which basically charges every fight anyway. Goblin also on the Deadeye here.
How do they approach? I mean, Goblin's got to come from a different angle where they're not looking. They have shield ally,
Right.
bubble they'll hide in.
Yeah, it looks like, oh, look at that pull spawn eaten by Kel's defensive matrix. That's exactly what Boise State needed. Oh, that's a huge hack right onto Boise State.
Nice stun.
Plato gets
Wasn't
mowed.
wrong.
Unfortunately for the Broncos, this Tracer isn't going to get away thanks to Bagel. It's another anti-nade, though. It seems like everything that has an area of effect is just, the Broncos are just playing into everything right now. The anti-nades, the hacks, everything.
Well, when you come to a brawl comp and you group like this,
I mean,
it's so easy to land.
Yep. There goes another rally, though. That's going to help them get back onto the point. There's still Light contesting the point, though. Getting even more charge for UC Irvine.
Wow. Buying so much time. 73-24. Boise State now has the self-destruct, which can stall really well. Has the Death Blossom, which can stall. The only problem is Reaper kind of puts yourself in a dangerous position knowing that your lifesteal from Death Blossom will keep you topped off as all members turn to your spinning, non-moving corpse. Anti-healing really doesn't help you live very long.
They're going to throw down the Amp Matrix. Boise State looking for the right time to use his Death Blossom. Bagel getting a pick onto Light right now. It's going to keep the Broncos up 1 as they charge another one of their ultimates. Deadeye now online for Boise State. And there goes out the self-destruct for Kel to try to push UC Irvine off the point. Right now, Plato's just kind of waiting for them to move on to the point. Uses it right into the Zarya bubble.
Yep, right into the bubble, right into a stun, right into the damage. He had no healing because of the purple. They were prepared.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a case you're way too eager to use it.
Yeah.
And Boise State just basically uses everything there.
Still contesting, still ticking.
No, UC Irvine has it.
Flip it, yeah. They get themselves to the 90, and Boise State now has to scramble to get to the point.
And I think we might be seeing a case here of fatigue actually setting in for the Broncos.
I think there's some degree of that for sure.
I mean, the way they just played right into the Zarya bubble there and just instantly used the Death Blossom seemed a bit uncharacteristic, so it's been a long fight, and sometimes Boise State is going to get hacked again. Goblin getting a pick onto Light right now. But right now it's PG1 and XCal. Boise State only has one more chance here. Chosen is going to get hacked. XCal's been doing a great job here for UC Irvine, and they take the first. They take the first stage.
Just tough. Boise State again, kind of making some decisions that are a little bit more questionable.
Yeah, making some questionable decisions.
I think that's
this is what we were.
The Death Blossom was huge. You went into a position where all members were looking at you.
Yeah.
Again, that anti-healing just kind of stops your ability to sustain yourself up.
Right.
And then the Brigitte was also ready just to go for an instant stun.
Yep.
I think that intention's still good. Except maybe swap to a Sombra. Get yourself the EMP there. Get yourself stealth.
I mean, mirror them.
Yeah. Because this hack and the EMP are really, really kind of detrimental to Boise State's survivability here.
Did they fight? Oh, you're waiting.
I don't
finally
care
paid off.
what happens anymore. Let's go, Goblin. Now they're going to win.
Now we're going to see how they work.
Torb is actually good on this particular point.
We'll see how he does.
He's okay on Library, but this is like his best out of the 3.
He's going to heal up his turret, of course. Right now, UC Irvine gets onto the point first, but they're trying to focus down Mashiro. They get anti-nated again, this Anna, and just doing great work against Boise State. They managed to survive through it, though. Question is also, where is XCal with that hack that has been so destructive to Boise State? Cal's going to be the one who's hacked by XCal, and he also takes out Matt Supreme. And Mashiro with a double, Light with another. That's UC Irvine taking the point.
The last one alive, by the way, was Goblin, so.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're trying to say.
I think they still have a good team. Their comps, gosh, it's really good, especially with the amplification matrix and Torbjorn kind of going into right-click mode. But we'll see.
Mashiro This goes
kill.
way too far toward Boise State and pays for it. They're going to burn the nano boost as well for that. I think this Boise State's opening a great halt there. Bunches them all up again. Goblin now has Molten Core.
The Molten Core is available. Where's he put it down? I think he'll try to use it in a tight corridor where they can't really easily sift through.
And that's a great pick onto PG1 as well.
49-0. I mean, they've
still
got
holding
stopped
on.
at 50%.
Oh, but did you see what I see there? I saw XCal still flanking. And especially with this EMP that's available, that's a dangerous flank.
Yeah, Torbjorn's not good if he can't use abilities, so don't do that to him, at least. If you're going to hit anyone with EMP, don't hit my boy, Torby.
There he is. There it is. He is able to use it. Mashiro manages to dodge it, taking out Bagel. Not sure. Primal Rage is just poor Goblin here, can't defend.
Oh, but the car doesn't even hit the monkey. Mashiro did almost die there, but again, he shoved Goblin completely off the map. Still contested. Getting themselves closer to 40%. There's an AMP, gets 3 there. Matt reloading, up in the air, still contesting. They're still doing a fantastic job holding this. They might even tie this up.
Yeah, they are going to do better than tie it up. It's still charging for them. They're going to contest a little bit more here. Matt is going to get
no, it's just so tanky.
hacked. And actually, I'm kind of glad that Nano Boost is there. You know, if you're just going for a stall at this point, any ultimate you can bait out of them.
Right.
Oh, but dangerous stagger there brought out onto Goblin and Bagel. And they realize they got to go for the full reset there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, aren't able. That is not a good. Oh, that's about as bad as you can get.
Yeah, the car didn't cover themselves too well, but to be fair, it was more cover than just being out in the open. They waited for the Orisa shield, but it was just a little too late. They'll have a second Molten Core here for this fight, at least, along with every other ultimate for that matter.
Yeah, just about everything here.
Supreme's pretty far away from the Nano, but there goes the rally here for UC Irvine. Diving in, here comes the monkey yet again. Mashiro looking for something, the Dead Ice here.
Oh, he gets hit with the sleep charge.
Oh, it's so unfortunate, but here comes the Application Matrix. Put as many projectiles as you can through it if you can, boys. Pushing forward, Chosen has like 1 billion DPI or something. They're just spinning around. A fantastic four-man hack from the side of XCal. He does lose his life for it, but I think that's a hashtag worth moment.
Well, Matt Merck maybe is fighting with the Brig on point here. But the Brig is going to get bubbled up by the Zarya with that pulse bomb as well. And UC Irvine might be writing the final chapter here. Oh, Boise State keeps it going with just 1 tick, and now we're going into spin to win here from Cal. Trying to knock Supreme. Nope, not able to get it.
Another dive attempt here from Boise State. Now it's Bagel's turn. Going to be pushed off through the boobs. And that might do it. That'll do it.
Wow, what a fight. UCI getting the win in Game 6.
Oh. All right. Cast a 6-game best-of-5 series.
Hey, we did it. Yeah, we checked. I can check that off my bucket list.
Yeah.
You know, it seemed for me, for UCI, like the main thing that they were really so good at were the plays that negate things. You know, the hack and the sleep darts. It seemed like, especially in Oasis, Boise State was so eager to use the ultimates that they got that it almost seemed like UCI was waiting for them. If there was like, if you could tell that they were predicting when the ultimates were going to be used and then using the exact play to negate them, UCI was on top of their game in Oasis, and I think that's why they won.
Dang old Temple of Anubis.
If they had gotten 1 tick.
So close, but that's the game.
Well, sponsor Boise State Esports is Esports Tower. You can improve your game sense, improve your team play, and improve your performance under pressure. You'll be matched up with great teammates and professional coaches to help you rank up.
Okay.
All right. Who do you think, you know, overall? There's so much to look back there. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, that's aside.
Goblin wins because
aside from your bias. Nah, it's got to be Plato with this Riptire, which was so good.
Yeah, but Plato didn't pick Torbjorn, so
I don't know. I really still think he did some great plays here.
I think Boise State as a whole did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
Bringing it to a Game 6 against UC Irvine, I mean, that's phenomenal in and of itself. Shout out to Goblin picking Torbjorn, though.
Well, the play of the game is brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success. Plato is your ICCU player of the game. Now's about the time where I'd ask if you have any final thoughts, but we've spent so long on this match, I don't know if you have any more thoughts to
I
give.
don't have any thoughts in general. I'm tired, but this was well worth it and super fun. Super happy to have the desk back, the power that it may bring. Super hyphy to have the players behind us going buck wild, even production going crazy. Now we just gotta get people in the seats.
Yeah.
Then we're good. We're back to old form.
Yep, that'd be nice. Thank you for production for being with us here all night. It has been quite a night, and we will leave you with the top 5 plays of the game, brought to you by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. More than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. The Idaho Army National Guard is one of the best teams to join out there.
Yeah.
Reach out to them on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your top 5 plays of the game, and good night. Ooh, Light trying to flank Boise State here, but is going to Ray form away, taking a lot of damage, though, especially Mash here on the Winston. That's a great start for Bagel there.
Oh, my
gosh. As the
gosh.
point unlocks, Goblin picking up Mash. That's going to be Boise State quite clearly getting the first point.
First point. They'll get this ticked over now. And Boise State continues to read this book, and it's you for UC Irvine's chapter. 99 to 99 though, Jamie. This can go either way. Nice echo. Self-destruction will be used, but it will be bubbled up, and the Reaper form will dodge it as well. Up in the air, you are not safe. The Reaper is on the hunt. He's got his sights back, and he is huge.
Wow.
Winston.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
Light. Okay, I know who's getting player of the game. That is insane.
So good.
I mean, when's the last time you've seen a triple pulse bomb?
I don't know if I've ever seen a triple.
To do the A, okay?
The what?
You have to do insane A, you know, the arm waving.
Yeah, of course. 100%. Bob's about to do something. No, never mind. It's just going to be Plato doing so many things. Shotgunning themselves forward in pressure. They are unrelenting, and they want to push forward. It looks like they're playing Doomfist with a shotgun.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Oh, my God.
They're cutting it so close here.
Bob is in there, in the cubby, defending the cubby solo.
Oh, look at Chosen there. That's a clutch play. Oh, they managed to get it.
Unbelievable. He can't.